MD West One is voted Omaha's #1 orthopedics, neurosurgery, and spine care year after year. MD West One welcomes Creighton students, faculty, alumni, and fans to our team of fellowship-trained specialists if you're dealing with any bone, joint, or muscle issue. Go to mdwest1.com/Creighton to meet the Creighton team doctors.
Shape your future in business with a graduate degree from Creighton's Heider College of Business. Our programs develop leaders in finance, analytics, and beyond, taught by faculty who bring real-world experience into every class. Looking to level up? Explore graduate certificates in high-demand areas like enterprise risk management or business analytics. Flexible options make it easier to fit your goals into your busy life. Start your journey today at graduateprograms.creighton.edu.
Make the most of money-saving May at Jensen Tire and Auto. Buy a set of 4 new tires and save up to $260 on top brands like Goodyear, Cooper, Continental, General, and Starfire. Get $20 off an oil change. Plus, save big on fluid exchanges, AC recharge service, shocks and struts, brakes, FVP batteries, and get a free 13-point summer driving inspection. Don't miss the savings at JensenTireandAuto.com. Locally owned, family business since 1973.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Good morning and welcome back to Prasco Park. It is the Big East Championship game between the Creighton Blue Jays and the St. John's Red Storm. At least Creighton is hoping that it's a championship series. They need to force a game 2 in order to have a chance to bring home the Big East title for the second consecutive year. The Johnnies are taking the field as the home team, and the Blue Jays are in the visitors' dugout today wearing the same uniforms that they have worn each of the last couple of days with their blue tops, royal blue tops, and script Creighton across the chest with powder blue numerals trimmed in white. For the visiting Blue Jays in your Cobalt Credit Union starting lineup, Rocco Gubb has been the player of the tournament so far. 8 for 12, 2 home runs and 7 driven in. He hit 2 home runs last night to propel the Jays into this championship final against the Xavier Musketeers. He leads off and plays third. Nate McHugh is in left field. He hits second. Ben North is the shortstop hitting third. Isaac Waxman is the cleanup hitter. He is in center field. Connor Capisi's back behind the plate with his 6 hits in the tournament. He hits 5th. Teddy Dieters is in right field. He hits 6th. Cooper Fucino is the designated hitter. He's 3 for 10 in this Big East tournament with 2 doubles, including one that really got the Blue Jays going last night against Xavier. He hits 7th. Nick Ventiker is the second baseman, hitting 8th, and Chris Belargin is at first, hitting 9th. Gump, McHugh, North, Waxman, Capisi, Dieters, Fucino, Ventiker, and Belargin against St. John's Ian Moab this year. Moab, the 6'2", 195-pound junior from Murrieta, California, transferred in from Palomar College. The right-hander takes the mound now against the Blue Jays. Behind him defensively from left to right in the outfield, Luis Rodriguez in left. John LaGrande in center field. Christian Bernardini is in right. From third to first on the infield, Jader Rafestanger, Rob Mansour, Aiden Fry, and Sean McMillan, with Adam Agresti, the first-team All-Big East player, behind the plate. He's thrown out 18 base stealers this year, and Moab on the mound for the Red Storm. Connor Happer with you at Prasco Park. Glenn Sisk is here as well. We are ready to rock and roll. Good energy in the blue dugout, I sense this morning and on the way over.
Connor, I have the answers that you're looking for. Kyle Nickel is going to be down at the right field line.
Okay.
Manny Gonzalez is down the left field line. I knew that was big on your agenda of things to do, but we have 6 umpires today, and so we have the umpires down the right and left field lines. Total of 7 umpire crew, and the one who is sitting out will be the home plate umpire in the if necessary game, that being Joe Cruz.
We'd like to welcome you to 1620 The Zone and 1620 The Zone's booth cam. As someone commented, that's not a booth, it's a shelter. Well,
it's a patio,
but we'll take it.
It's a patio. That's what we're calling it.
So welcome to the broadcast patio, ladies and gentlemen, and we say good morning to you all in Omaha. Just past 8 o'clock, and we are ready to go for the Big East Championship game. It'll be Rocco Gump against Ian Moab. And the first pitch is outside for ball one. 9:03 a.m. here at Prasco Park. It is 66 degrees with virtually no wind to speak for. A calm, pleasant morning here in Mason. The 1-0 is popped up. Third base side, Rafe Stanger going back, and now Mansour going over. He's got it for out number one, and a soft out for Rocco Gump has been uncommon in this tournament, but he's down on 2 pitches. So Gump is out just for the 5th time in this tournament. And here comes Nate McHugh. The Jays went to McHugh the other night to play left field in the elimination game against UConn. We knew that his bat was going to be in there. It was just you wanted to add another right-handed bat as Moab misses downstairs for ball number 1, 1-0. And so McHugh, the athlete that he is, he runs out to left field, and he plays a tremendous left field against UConn as there's a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. And just got 1 ball last night out and left against Xavier, but handled it with relative ease. And so he remains in there as the left fielder in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, Connor, he's looked like he's played outfield for several months or several years, but this was his first attempt in the outfield, that coming 2 days ago or 2 games ago.
Little roll of the dice by Mark Kingston, and that allows Cooper Fucino to get into the lineup. He's got 3 hits in his 2 games as McHugh fouls one off hard. Over into the carnival area, the inflatables are deflated this morning. We'll see what happens as the day goes on here at Prasco Park.
But with Xavier not in the tournament any longer, crowd's going to be depleted a little bit.
2-2 is nubbed. A short one into shallow short and a sliding play by Mansour. And he has to come in hard from deep short. Catches it on the fly. And there's 2 away and a soft out by McHugh against Moab. So 2 consecutive pop-outs to shortstop. Although they come in a bit of a different variety as the Jays get Mansour on the run 2 times, but he comes up with both of them. Here is Ben North. Ben North is 2 out of 13 in this tournament. But as the first pitch is inside on a breaking ball from Moab, ball 1. He hit a solo home run last night. He's got 2 RBI now in the tournament, 1 on an RBI infield single against St. John's on Thursday in the opener, the 1-0. Breaking ball on the outside edge for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mark Kingston told us last night in the postgame show that he is starting to feel it a little bit, and the Jays need him desperately. 1-1 is ripped into left center field. Does it get up enough? No. It's going to 2-hop the wall, and Ben North has a 2-out double to start things off for the Jays in the first.
That's a good sign for the Blue Jays. Ben North starting to swing the bat a little bit better. A home run in his last at-bat last night, and then a double here today.
That ball was swatted hard into left center field. He got a fat fastball right in the middle of the plate. And, North absolutely drilled it. 2-hop the wall into the 385 sign in left center field. And so an extra base hit for Ben, his 3rd hit of the tournament. And now it's Isaac Waxman, another bat who Creighton would just love to have break out. 3 out of 13 in the tournament. He takes a strike on an off-speed pitch from Ian Moad. 0-1.
Connor, I think you're going to have to get a little extra on it to get it out of here early in the morning. The air feels a little heavy.
It's thick, that's for sure. This one's popped up. Deep short. Going out is Mansour, and coming in is Rodriguez. He's got it for out number 3. So Waxman just missed it, got underneath it. North doubles, and he's stranded right there at second base. So nothing hurt for Ian Moad in the first inning. The Jays hit 4, but leave a runner on second. We head on to the bottom of the first. Creighton nothing, St. John's coming up. You're listening to the Big East Championship game on 1620 The Zone.
Omaha knows how to play hard and celebrate in style at Hotel Indigo Omaha Downtown. Local pride meets boutique charm inside a beautifully restored historic building. Gather your crew in our private boardroom or host your next big event in the Logan Space, the perfect setting for receptions, meetings, and post-game celebrations. And coming soon, 3 Card Monte, our new restaurant and bar bringing a fresh twist to Omaha dining. Hotel Indigo Omaha Downtown, where game day turns into a great stay.
Being a Blue Jay fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the new Creighton Visa debit card free with any FNBO checking account, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Creighton Visa debit card, only at FNBO, the bank of the Blue Jays. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fnbo.com/Jays. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Blue Jay Baseball's run in the Big East Tournament is presented by the Kimpton Cottonwood Hotel. Elevated stays, unforgettable Omaha, Kimpton Cottonwood. For the Jays, they get to come back with their Friday night starter, Jack Pino. He pitched on Thursday of this tournament against this Red Storm team, making his 16th start of the year. He's 7-3. He took his 3rd loss of the year on Thursday at 4.20 ERA, 80 strikeouts, and 26 walks on the season for Pino. I don't imagine he'll be out there for tremendously long. And the goal for Billy Mole and for Mark Kingston is to get him through the order once and maybe sneak him one more time through. And that's it for the Jays ace. Here's John LeGrande, who grounds one over to second base, and it's a short hop on Ventiker, and it's through. Ventiker was right on the lip of the outfield grass, and it just ever so slightly hopped up on him. It'll be an E4 for the regularly sure-handed Ventiker, his 4th error of the year. And St. John's has a leadoff runner on. Just stayed down on him a little bit. And so LeGrande is on. Jader Raystanger drove in 5 yesterday in St. John's 17-6 win over Xavier. First pitch is a fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Raystanger, 329 hitter, 3 home runs, and 47 driven in. 3 out of 4 with 5 driven in yesterday against the Musketeers to get them in this game. LeGrande, a good lead off of first. The pitch is outside. Looks like it's good pop on Jack's fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the Thursday pitchers, both Pino and Liam O'Leary on the other side, you're looking at a regular bullpen day today with 4 days off. 3 days off as a pick back to first is not in time to get LeGrande. This being the 4th day. Pitchers will throw, but how much is the question. It'll be a management on both sides. The 1-1 is a changeup that is blasted into left center field. Waxman going back, and he's got it on the run for the first out of the bottom of the first. Hit pretty well by Raystanger, but you're right, Glenn. Looks like that air just kind of sunk it down a bit, and there's 1 away.
I wouldn't be surprised if LeGrande gets going over at first base. Tries to put pressure on Pino in this first inning.
LeGrande, 23 out of 32. Certainly a speedy runner. Let's see if he plays any games over at first. Here is Sean McMillan. McMillan, the big right-handed hitter. There goes LeGrande. Check swing, fouled into the Creighton dugout. And so LeGrande will have to return to first.
And I'm not sure that was a hit and run. I just thought McMillan started his swing and couldn't hold up in time. LeGrande was going first movement.
McMillan homered yesterday against Xavier. He's got 10 of them on the year, 40 driven in. And he had a good series against Creighton in early May in Queens, and now a time where, for lack of engagement, Pino and McMillan. That, by the way, the noise that you hear is the St. John's dugout. This is what they have become famous for this year. The 0-1 is a fastball that misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Connor, one difference that I'm noticing this year, you can have 34 players in the dugout. In the years past, you could only have 27, the 27-man roster. So that difference of having the extra 7 players in addition to staff, etc.
Runner goes, 1-1 is outside. Throw down to second is not in time, but LeGrande comes off at second. He overslid the bag, and Connor Capisi does it again. And the tag was held on by Ventiker. Connor throws out his 22nd of the year, and there's 2 gone.
And that's the 3rd time in this tournament that Capisi's gotten a guy sliding past the bag. Nice job by Ventiker, really erasing his error.
Nice job by Creighton's middle infield to keep those tags on. 2-1 now to McMillan at the plate with nobody on and 2 outs. The pitch is popped up. First base side, it'll get right behind us here. And just a few feet out of my stretch, the reach, if you're watching along on booth cam. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The dangerous Sean McMillan, who, if he barrels one up, it really, really goes. The 2-2 pitch from Pino. Breaking ball missed outside. McMillan nearly flinched and nearly went after it, but holds up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. McMillan with his mint bat, Statue of Liberty colored. The 3-2 is a changeup and a nice pitch by Pino, but it's fouled off just off the end of the bat. McMillan was miles out in front.
I've never really heard anybody call the Statue of Liberty mint. I think you're correct. I agree with your assessment. I've always heard it as the iodized copper.
St. John's has that color of uniform.
Yes, they do.
Wear occasionally.
I think they wore it against us in Queens.
3-2, swung on and missed. Pino gets him to go out of the zone. LeGrande gets on via an error, but he is wiped out at second base on the steal. Rafe Stanger pops up, and McMillan strikes out swinging. We are through 1 here at Prasco Park. Back for the second in the Big East Championship game on 1620 The Zone.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
So, the Johnnies run themselves out of an inning a bit after LeGrande gets thrown out at second base over sliding second, then McMillan strikes out. So the Jays are able to put St. John's down with just 3 faced in the inning, and we're on to the second. It's Ian Moad back out for his second inning of work. He threw 12 pitches, and 8 of which were strikes in the top half of the first. Pino matched him and one-upped him with 11 pitches thrown. Connor Capisi starts off the second for the Blue Jays. 5, 6, 7 in the Creighton order, all righties. Capisi 6 out of 11 in the tournament. Actually hit 1 pull side last night for an extra base hit. He has been a singles machine for the majority of the year and got his first extra base hit last night against Xavier. First pitch is in there for a strike.
Slight shift for St. John's, shading him to pull, but you're right. When he's been successful, it's been going the other way.
0-1 to Capisi. Fastball misses down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, it's interesting. We've seen that all tournament. They've shifted him that way, and certainly that had been the book on Connor, but not as he's been warmed up this year. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. Capisi is hitting .305 with 64 hits and just 14 extra base hits. And a lot of that stuff is to the right side. The 2-1 to Capisi is a looping line drive that's going to drop into center field for a base hit. So he goes full side, but really right back up the middle. And Capisi starts the Jays off in the second with a knock. His 7th hit of the tournament. Connor was the most outstanding player of this tournament last year. He's vying to land himself on the all-tournament team again with his 7th hit. Here's Teddy Dieters. Now, there's a story here with a runner on first. A few local teenagers decided yesterday that they were going to become Creighton Blue Jay fans as Dieters swings and misses for strike 1. They are placed in the right field grandstand. Last night, they had their shirts off, tarps off, and swinging them over their heads. They were asked to leave, and they were asked why. The 0-1 is just downstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. They were asked why they decided to be Creighton fans in this tournament, and they said they really like Teddy Dieters. There was no follow-up. And they're back today with the tarps on and in full force, maybe even added a couple to the group. The 1-1 is upstairs, 2 balls and a strike to Dieters. I'm surprised they don't like Rocco Gump, who's fed a couple baseballs that way in this tournament.
Well, a little bit of proximity. Dieters playing right field, so he maybe gets to chat a little bit with that group.
2-1 is fouled away. By the way, I forgot to mention this when Rocco was up. Happy birthday to Rocco Gump today.
And happy early birthday to Connor Happer.
That's right. Hope to be celebrating it with all these guys tomorrow on Selection Monday. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Capisi off of first. The pitch to Dieters. Capisi bluffs. The breaking ball just misses. Dieters took it. It was a dangerous take. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dieters with 9 home runs and 34 driven in. He has 2 hits in the tournament. Capisi is off of first base. The 3-2 from Moad is way upstairs. Ball 4, and Dieters takes his walk. Teddy with his 34th walk of the year. That's 3rd in this lineup behind Gump and North, but just 1 behind each of them. So Dieters reaches. Capisi goes to second. Here's Fucino.
Talking to Dieters on the morning workout. He wasn't feeling great. A little bit of stomach issues, but fighting through it. Draws the walk. Gets on base here. 2 men on, nobody out.
Cooper Fucino is 4 out of 15 now in the year. He's now making his 3rd start in the tournament. He's going to square around the butt. A breaking ball misses upstairs, and it's 1-0. Fucino started the energy bus last night for the Jays with his double off of the wall. An inning that ended up coming to fruition when Rocco Gump hit a 3-run home run. Squares again, and this is inside as Fucino dives out of the way. It's 2-0. So 3 for 10 now is Cooper in the tournament. And there will be a visit to the mound for Moad. Moad lost the compass a little bit here, and we've talked about the difficulty that we've seen this year when pitchers know and can see that a bunt is coming. It is oftentimes seemed distracting to guys out there on the mound as well, as Moad kicks the bottom of the spikes off and gets a reset from his pitching coach. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Fucino. We'll see if Creighton wants to play any games here. Corners are in. Ray Stanger and McMillan at 3rd and 1st respectively. He squares again. The pitch is in for a strike. 2-1.
I think now you'll see if really a sacrifice is on. In that situation, I think Cooper was taking 2-0 to see if he could work the count to 3-0.
St. John's bullpen arrives down the left field line. The 2-1 to Fucino. He takes a strike. No show of the bunt on that one, and he takes one over the outside edge in a well-executed pitch by Moad.
Well, you certainly you're not going to have a sacrifice on here unless you have Rocco Gump at the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. The pitch is popped up first base side. Get out of play. And it does by a few feet over the netting. McMillan gave it a look down the first baseline. And so now Fucino is in a battle. Ventiker is next. Cooper Fucino puts a barrel on one. He can make it go. This would be a nice moment for it. The 2-2 is a fastball grounded out softly to third. Rafe Stanger up with it. Throw to second and is in time. And a fake throw back to first to hold a runner at third. So just a force play at second. A fielder's choice. Runners on the corners with one away.
Well, it works almost as good as a sacrifice. You get the runner over to third base with less than 2 outs. And Van Tyker's been swinging a good bat over the last couple of games.
I thought they had an outside chance to get Fucino at first on the turn.
It'd have been a close play, definitely.
But Fry just decides to hold on to it. So runners on the corners now with one away in the top of the second for Nick Ventiker. No score, Big East Championship game. Jays will need to win 2 today. The pitch to Ventiker is hit high into left field. Rodriguez is back at the track, at the wall. He's got it. Capisi will score on a sacrifice fly, and it's 1-0 Blue Jays.
Well, the Blue Jays take the lead. They did just the same in the first meeting between these two teams, but this one feels a little bit different. You score that run not on a dribbler down the third base line that catches the bag. You get a single, you get a walk, a productive ground out, now a sac fly.
Well done by Ventiker, who nearly got into one. Right back at the wall was Lou Rodriguez to make the catch. So 2 gone now. Fucino on first. Here's Belargin. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Chris Belargin is 3 out of 10 in the tournament, but he has walked 4 times.
You've been getting better at bats from Chris over the last couple of games.
He's been on base 7 times in the tournament. The 0-1. Just on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Adam Agresti behind the plate has stolen a few strikes in the 2 games that he's played against Creighton. He might have stole one there. A quick pick of the left wrist. No balls and 2 strikes. Way upstairs, 1-2.
When you've got a catcher who can frame the ball very well and move it quickly, you give yourself and give the pitcher a better chance.
Agresti is strong and physical behind the plate, and he can really control the baseball back there. Moad, deep breath, comes home. The 1-2 is a breaker that misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Overcast are the conditions right now. Some blue skies behind this layer of clouds as we get closer to 9:30 Eastern time. Happy you're with us this morning if you're driving about town. The 2-2 to Belargin is popped up on the infield. Shortstop Mansour is calling everybody off, and he reels it in for the final out. But the Jays produce a run, a leadoff single by Connor Capisi, and a sacrifice fly by Nick Ventiker scores him. We are through 1.5 here at Prasco Park. Creighton 1, St. John's nothing. You're listening to the Big East Championship on 1620 The Zone.
Creighton University has named MD West 1 the official team doctors for Creighton Athletics, giving Creighton student athletes direct access to the best orthopedic care. MD West 1 is voted Omaha's #1 orthopedics, neurosurgery, and spine care year after year. MD West 1 welcomes Creighton students, faculty, alumni, and fans to our team of fellowship-trained specialists if you're dealing with any bone, joint, or muscle issue. Go to mdwest1.com/Creighton to meet the Creighton team doctors.
Omaha knows how to play hard and celebrate in style at Hotel Indigo Omaha Downtown. Local pride meets boutique charm inside a beautifully restored historic building. Gather your crew in our private boardroom or host your next big event in the Logan Space, the perfect setting for receptions, meetings, and post-game celebrations. And coming soon, 3 Card Monte, our new restaurant and bar bringing a fresh twist to Omaha dining. Hotel Indigo Omaha Downtown, where game day turns into a great stay.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
So the Jays produce a run in the top half of the second and send 5 up to the plate. Sacrifice fly by Nick Ventiker drives in his 3rd run of the tournament, making it 1-0 Blue Jays. It is the Big East Championship game right here on 1620 The Zone. Creighton will need to win twice today to deliver their 2nd straight Big East Tournament championship. St. John's looking for the sweep of the regular season and the postseason crown, just as the Jays did last year. Adam Agresti steps into the box with his 17 home runs and takes inside for ball 1.
St. John's also looking for their 2nd tournament title in 3 seasons. They won this title in 24.
Mike Hampton, got a pretty good ball club, the 1-0. Is popped up off the end of the bat on the infield. Nice pitch by Pino, and North is camped underneath it for the first out.
Is that the 4th pop-up of the game already? I know the Blue Jays have had 3, I think.
A ton of infield pop-ups, yeah.
And we're in inning number 2.
Rafe Stanger hit one pretty well into center field. That's the first one on the infield for St. John's. So here's Will Cowan. This is the wild card in the St. John's order. Yesterday against Xavier, he went 3 for 5 when he homered twice and drove in 7. That's right, he drove in 7 out of their 17 runs as Cowan takes a breaking ball over the middle for strike 1. Cowan, an experienced player, but has been in and out of the lineup a bit this year, making his 29th start. He's 25 for 118 this year. Just a .212 hitter, but drove in 7 runs and 2 home runs yesterday. The 0-1 is hit high into center field. A Walksman moving over to his left, and he's got it for the 2nd out of the inning. Quickly 2 outs for Jack Pino here in the bottom of the 2nd. And here is Aiden Fry. A quieter bat yesterday, and St. John's 17-run explosion against Xavier. He was 1 out of 5. No home runs on the year for Fry.
Was there anybody, and I can look this up just as easy as you, who didn't have a hit?
First pitch is outside for ball 1. Nobody in their starting lineup. Everybody had at least 1. St. John's stuck with their regulars yesterday. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. Xavier, after realizing the game was out of reach, pulled all their starters in preparation for the game against Creighton. To no avail for Billy O'Connor yesterday, the 1-1. Fastball fouled off right side and out of play, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
One advantage the Blue Jays have had up till this point in their 2 elimination games, they've been playing a team that had lost earlier in the day. This is the first time they're playing a team that has not played a game already.
The 1-2 is roped, foul and out of play, hooked down the left field line. In fact, yes, both of Creighton's wins against UConn Xavier played in games immediately after they lost. Not just earlier in the day, but that is played to Creighton's advantage a bit. The 1-2 misses outside, 2-2. So
and the weather has played to the advantage of the pitchers, giving people more rest and giving an opportunity to bring back Pino and potentially for St. John's if they choose to bring back O'Leary.
2-2. Fouled off right side. Onto the practice Little League field down there. The kids don't even know that a ball just came their way.
They just got it.
There you go.
That ball is not coming back, though.
Nope. That one's for the kids. 2-2. The pitch. Breaking ball is roped, and North climbs the ladder. He reaches up and grabs it. Plucks one out of the sky for the 3rd out of the 2nd. Nice play by Ben in a 1-2-3 inning for Jack Pino in the 2nd. We're through 2 complete here at Prasco Park. As we head to the 3rd, Creighton 1, St. John's nothing. You're listening to the Big East Championship on 1620 The Zone.
At Cobalt Credit Union, we believe strong communities make all the difference. For more than 75 years, we've been here for our neighbors, helping families save, borrow, and plan for what's next. Whether you're cheering on today's game or getting ready for your own next big moment, we're here to support you every step of the way. Open your account online today at cobaltcu.com. Cobalt Credit Union. Stay true, bank blue.
Lawler's Custom Sportswear is the official sportswear provider of Creighton Athletics. Lawler's Superstore at 84th and J has Omaha's largest selection of Creighton fan gear featuring Nike, Champion, Columbia, and Under Armour. At Lawler's, you'll find something for every Creighton fan, including over 30 different styles of ladies' apparel. You can also shop online at lawlerscustom.com. Lawler's is the #1 licensed royalty generator for Creighton Athletics. So all you purchase at Lawler's supports the Creighton Blue Jays.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
So the Jays will take a second run through their order. Rocco Gump will step up to start the third inning. There was 12 pitches in the first for Ian Moad and then 22 in the second as the Jays produced a run on a Nick Ventiker sacrifice fly to deep left field. So here's the birthday boy, Rocco Gump, the Gumpster, Rocco Pump. All these nicknames are coming to light this week as Rocco has had an 8-hit week. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. 8 hits, 4 extra base hits, 2 triples and 2 home runs. The 0-1 inside, 1 ball and 1 strike on Gump, who is not doing too much at the plate. He is just putting the bat head on the ball. 7 driven in the tournament. The 1-1 to Gump. Outside on a changeup, 2 balls and a strike. And that is a smart play by Moad, working with soft stuff away. Balls that have been left over the plate have been deposited as Gump hits one high, deep into right center field. Back he goes. It's off the scoreboard. It should be a home run, and it is. Rocco Gump has his 3rd home run of the tournament as there was some confusion onto what was called, but it was called a home run by Rocco. Happy birthday, Rocco Pump. It's 2-0 Creighton.
They're going to get together, and this will be interesting because Gump was tagged at third base. Now, because the umpires called it a home run, and that's why he continued to run, I don't think you could possibly get him out. No. It would be a double because of what happened, but it's off the scoreboard, which is beyond the field of play, which is a home run.
That's a home run.
I agree, but I've seen stranger things called.
This will be reviewed for
and it's being reviewed by the umpires. They pointed to themselves. This is not a challenge from St. John's.
Yeah, Rocco, I mean, like you said, Glenn, it's a good point. There's no way he's out. I mean, he's not out. It's either a double or it's a home run. It should be a home run off the scoreboard, and there is no doubt that it did go off the – there is a net that protects the scoreboard, and that's why it took a soft bounce, and maybe it was a little bit confusing. We do have 6 umpires today.
And Coach Kingston getting clarification right now.
We got a TV monitor, and, I mean, there's almost no doubt. I mean, it's off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's out of here. But I'll credit St. John's. It's worthwhile to make the throw in and go ahead and tag the runner just in case.
No doubt. But they can't call Rocco out because the umpire was signaling a home run, and which caused him to continue to run the bases. So we'll see what comes of the review here. Manny Gonzalez is delivering Ian Moad a new baseball right now. And we will see what comes of this review. I believe it's the 2. Let's see, who is in the review right now? We have 6 umpires and 4
the home plate
field.
Umpire, and I believe the second base umpire.
Brian Peterson and Bob Howard would be those 2 gentlemen. St. John's infielders are gathered up behind second base, and the outfielders are gathered up in dead center field. They're still looking here.
Well, it's a tough call to see. The angle's not great, but it's clear that it bounces off the scoreboard.
There would just be no reason to overturn this.
I agree, but I've seen enough to know I'm not going to say it can't be done.
Bernardini got it back onto the infield after playing it off of the scoreboard.
I tell you what,
Here come
if
the
somehow
it'll be Brian Peterson to deliver us the call. It is a home run for Rocco Gump. His 4th of the year and his 3rd of the Big East tournament. Drives in his 8th run of the tournament. He is now 9 for 14, and the Jays lead it 2-0. You got to be kidding me. Rocco Gump, happy birthday, my friend. Here's the pitch to Nate McHugh, breaking ball in for a strike. The birthday mojo didn't get in the way of how he had been doing this entire tournament. Another breaking ball snapped off to McHugh. This one misses in the dirt. It's 1-1. Unconscious at the plate is Rocco. The 1-1. Chopped toward the pitcher and couldn't quite get behind him. Nice play by Moad, but he throws it away. And McHugh's going to try and go to second base. He's going to stroll in there easily. And it's an error on Ian Moad, the pitcher, who has not particularly fielded his position well this year. His 3rd error on the year. Moad lost his footing on the throw attempt on this slick morning dew.
That's a tough play for a pitcher. I think you might be better off allowing your third baseman, Rafe Stanger, trying to come in, grab that ball, and throw on the run over to first base.
So McHugh is on second. Still nobody out. Top of the 3rd, and Mike Hampton's going to come out, and he's going to make a change. So things got sideways quickly for Ian Moad, who's only going to get 6 outs in this ball game. Rocco Gump has victimized another. We'll take a quick timeout for a call to the bullpen, brought to you by Brain Health Nebraska. We'll introduce you to the new Johnny right after this. It's the Big East Championship game on 1620 The Zone.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say, Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
Hey Jays fans, it's hoop season and you know what that means. Jerry Ryan has the best selection in town for all things Creighton gear. Stop by Jerry Ryan at 78th and Dodge for your quarter zips in all shades of Jays blue. Plus jackets, vests, winter coats, you name it, they have it. Multiple Jays options for men and women from Peter Millar, Cutter and Buck, and Johnny O. Stop by Jerry Ryan Clothing and dress like the coaches do.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
So for the Johnnies, it will be the righty, 6 foot, 205 pound sophomore from Watertown, Connecticut, Avon Old Farms High School, Tyler Longoria. Longoria this season, 3-1 with a 7.98 ERA. He has made 13 appearances on the season. He is the owner of a save. 14 2/3 innings this year. But opponents are hitting 354 off of Longoria. This was always the vulnerability for St. John's. What happens after their first 2 starting pitchers? And for Mike Hampton, he's just trying to piece it together.
Connor, those stats just do not match up. Usually when you've thrown 14 2/3 innings, given up 15 runs, have 6 hit batters and 6 walks, an ERA of 7.98. You're not typically 3-1 with a save.
With the Johnny's offense, he's got some help this year. Nate McHugh is on second. Ben North is at the plate. North hit a screamer for a double his last time up, and now St. John's goes to the Brain Health Nebraska bullpen. First pitch is inside on a breaking ball for ball one. One ball and no strikes.
For the Blue Jays, you got to keep tacking on. It's important to push across McHugh with him out at second base and nobody out. Got your 3, 4, 5 hitters due up.
The 1-0. Breaker misses.
Oh.
2 balls and no strikes. Agresti is a sizable target behind the plate. That's why he controls the ball so well. He can often steal strikes because of it. Thought he was going to get a call there. The 2-0 to North. Fastball just hit straight back and foul. North was loaded up for that and just came up underneath it. On 2-1. Jays with a run in the inning with a 2-0 lead here in this must-win championship game. Jays need to win it to force a winner-take-all championship later on today. The 2-1. Inside. 3 balls and a strike. Just missed on a changeup.
Connor, you think Agresti has a shot at being drafted this year? I mean, he's had a phenomenal year. He's a good catcher, good body back there, junior academically and athletically.
Potentially. 3-1. North went around on a breaker. 3-2.
And that's what had gotten North in trouble for the last 10 games or so, being a little bit too aggressive, swinging at balls well out of the zone. See if he can get back into this.
I would imagine that Longoria might go right back to it against North. The 3-2 pitch with McHugh on second. Swung on and missed. A slider out of the zone. Just as we thought, Longoria smartly goes right back to the slider off the edge and generates a swing and a miss by North.
Right. A little bit closer to the plate, but not close enough that North was going to be able to do anything with it.
North frustrated with himself as he was in swing mode and walks back to the dugout with a strikeout. And here's Waxman. 3 out of 13, or 14 now, rather, in the tournament. The pitch fouled off the end of the bat and spun behind the plate. 0-1. Waxman has been out in front, and
that tore the baseball. Look at Capisi. He's got it in his hand.
Yeah, wow. He took the cover off the ball.
True.
He didn't hit it very hard. Barely got a piece. Just right on the seam, started ripping away at it. The 0-1. Hit high. Into right field. Here's Bernardini coming on. And he makes the catch. McHugh will stay put at second base. And it's a non-productive out for both North and Waxman.
You need Capisi to pick up his teammates now. He came through with a single his first time up. A soft single to center field. With 2 outs, that would get it done.
Right side of the infield open with Fry, the second baseman, playing just right behind second base. Runner on second is McHugh with 2 away. Capisi takes outside, ball 1. 1-0. Capisi, 7 hits in the tournament now, 6 of which have been singles. 1 double yesterday against the Musketeers for the Omaha Gross High School product. The 1-0. Fastball fouled straight back to the net. Connor was using the all royal blue bat last night and gave it up. He went to his old bat, which must have passed the test or got a different version of it. 1-1 to Capisi. Blue Jay backstop. Trying to drive in a run here and make it a 3-0 game. The pitch on the ground toward third. Rafe Stanger to his left, shuffles and throws. And the Johnnies are out of the inning. So a leadoff home run by Rocco Gump, and then an error that got McHugh to second base, but nothing further for 3-4-5 in the middle of the Jays' order. They add one. We're through 2.5 at Prasco Park. Creighton 2, St. John's nothing. You're listening to the Big East Championship on 1620 The Zone.
When life moves, you need a financial partner who helps you move with it. At Cobalt Credit Union, we offer competitive rates on auto loans, mortgages, and home equity lines of credit, so you can take the next step with confidence. Whether it's a new set of wheels, a kitchen upgrade, or finally buying the home you've had your eye on, we're here to make it easier. Open your account online today at cobaltcu.com. Cobalt Credit Union. Stay true, bank blue. Cobalt Credit Union is an equal housing lender.
Lawler's Custom Sportswear is the official sportswear provider of Creighton Athletics. Lawler's Superstore at 84th and J has Omaha's largest selection of Creighton fan gear featuring Nike, Champion, Columbia, and Under Armour. At Lawler's, you'll find something for every Creighton fan, including over 30 different styles of ladies' apparel. You can also shop online at lawlerscustom.com. Lawler's is the #1 licensed royalty generator for Creighton Athletics, so all you purchase at Lawler's supports the Creighton Blue Jays.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Blue Jay Baseball's Big East Tournament run is presented by the Kimpton Cottonwood Hotel. Elevated stays, unforgettable Omaha. Kimpton Cottonwood, as we are on at the bottom of the third here at Prasco Park. Good morning to our friends listening back in Omaha. We are just about to reach 10 o'clock here in the Eastern time zone, a place where the Jays have been for nearly 2 weeks now, as Christian Bernardini starts the bottom of the third against Jack Pino and fouls one back and out of play.
And the third inning has been the difficult frame for Jack Pino against St. John's. In the first game, he gave up 5 runs to St. John's, that coming on May 1st.
The 0-1 is fouled right into the instep of Bernardini.
And then in the game earlier this week against St. John's, gave up 3 in the third inning.
Labored a bit in that inning. Other than that, it was a pretty buttoned-up start for Jack. The 0-2 to the right fielder. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bernardini was 2 out of 5 in St. John's 17-6 win yesterday against Xavier to move them into the championship game. The 1-2 breaking ball just missed. Pino thought he spun a good one. Bernardini spit on it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 7-8-9. Well, Jack has faced the minimum through his 2 innings so far, looking to stay on that path. The 2-2 is a fastball that just missed away, and Bernardini has worked it back to full.
Similar at bat to what Bernardini had in the first meeting between these two teams here, where I believe he worked a walk.
3-2. Hit high into left field. McHugh going back now on a sprint. He's looking up. He jumps, and it's gone. And McHugh jumped up and came down awkwardly on his ankle out and left. We'll keep an eye on that. Christian Bernardini is in a Prasco homer, his 4th of the year. And St. John's cuts the Creighton lead in half. It's 2-1. We thought that Jack wouldn't be around for tremendously long today. Kind of just one time through the order. And Bernardini gets him. And so it's 2-1. Here's Mansour, who takes a strike. Pino has given up home runs this year, as this one's fouled back by Mansour. That was his 8th home run of the year that was allowed. Didn't give one up against St. John's on Thursday with that wind blowing in as hard as it was. 0-2 now. The pitch is fouled away. Right off the light pole. And now we have a bit of spitting rain here at Prasco Park.
And this is something that was expected. You knew they were going to need to play through a little bit of rain. It was expected to come as early as 10 a.m., and it's 9:52.
0-2 swung on and missed. Pino comes back and gets Mansour on a strikeout, and there's one away.
So the plan would be to play through rain as much as possible before a tarp would come onto this field. And right now just spitting right there, so no danger of stopping this game at all.
No, I don't think so. Not heavy enough yet. And like I said, there are some bluer skies and lighter skies behind us. And so we will keep an eye out for that. 9-hole hitter in the order is Luis Rodriguez, who takes outside ball 1 from Jack Pino. Rodriguez yesterday was 3 out of 4 with an RBI in St. John's 17-6 win over Xavier. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball that just missed, and Luis Rodriguez shakes his head and says, no. This St. John's team has some swagger to them. They walk around like they won the Big East, and they did. The 2-0 is a changeup that catches the outside edge for strike 1. Nice pitch by Jack. He's located that changeup well today, sort of a backdoor change that catches the outside edge of the zone. 2 balls and a strike in a 2-1 game here in the bottom of the third. The pitch. Fastball misses down. Just by a hair. That's 3-1.
And Connor, one thing being the team coming out of loser's bracket, you think your pitching is struggling. The Blue Jays are set up okay.
3-1. Fouled back. Rodriguez is sort of a second leadoff hitter for St. John's, but you said it there, Glenn. I mean, Creighton feels pretty good. They've got some help from Mother Nature, I think, this week.
Certainly.
As weird as it is to say.
But they've got arms that haven't even touched yet.
3-2 is roped into right field. Dieter's on the back pedal, and he's got it.
Guys that have contributed all year. You've got Jimmy Burke, not necessarily suited for Prasco Park, but you can get some innings from Burke. Anthony Unga hasn't seen the field yet. He's come on well down the stretch of the season. You expect Wilson Moggers would be available today. Ian Kuzman hasn't pitched yet, so there's some options in the bullpen for Billy Mole.
And you can treat it like a puzzle, too, as John LaGrande comes back up for St. John's, and he grounds one out to second. Ventiker gets it rolled up and on to first for the out. So LaGrande hits one to second for the second time. This time he is retired at first base. A solo home run for Christian Bernardini makes it a 2-1 game. We head to the middle innings here at Prasco Park. Creighton 2, St. John's 1. You're listening to Blue Jay Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Creighton University has named MD West One the official team doctors for Creighton Athletics, giving Creighton student athletes direct access to the best orthopedic care. MD West One is voted Omaha's #1 orthopedics, neurosurgery, and spine care year after year. MD West One welcomes Creighton students, faculty, alumni, and fans to our team of fellowship-trained specialists if you're dealing with any bone, joint, or muscle issue. Go to mdwest1.com/Creighton to meet the Creighton team doctors.
Lawler's Custom Sportswear is the official sportswear provider of Creighton Athletics. Lawler's Superstore at 84th and J has Omaha's largest selection of Creighton fan gear featuring Nike, Champion, Columbia, and Under Armour. At Lawler's, you'll find something for every Creighton fan, including over 30 different styles of ladies' apparel. You can also shop online at lawlerscustom.com. Lawler's is the #1 licensed royalty generator for Creighton Athletics, so all you purchase at Lawler's supports the Creighton Blue Jays.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
To the middle innings we go here at Prasco Park as the Blue Jays lead it 2-1. And Tyler Longoria is back out for his second inning of work. And the Jays will hit Dieters, Fucino, and Ventiker here in the inning. And we're now joined by Marcus Blossom again. Hey, Marcus. Good morning.
I guess we're a little superstitious. I was on yesterday, and we won.
Yeah, Glenn is very.
So have to be back on.
It's not like you were begging to come on.
Right.
Glenn was just like, here, come on up.
It's a superstitious baseball thing.
But there's always stuff to talk about as we've flipped sides over today, and Teddy Dieters is on to start the top half of the fourth inning for the Jays with a 2-1 lead, trying to force a winner-take-all Big East final here at Prasco Park. The pitch is out in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. All right, so plenty of other stuff going on. There's some dates to be aware of in the coming weeks and months, right? With basketball season ticket deadlines coming up and things of that nature.
Yeah, season tickets renewal deadline is June 5th for both men's and women's basketball. So there's a couple weeks left. We encourage all season ticket holders to renew by the deadline. So if you don't, we have an opportunity to sell those seats to new season ticket holders that are interested in coming to CHI and watch our teams play, and as well as DJ Sokol Arena.
0-2 here to Dieters as he fouls one straight back. And then, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, the general, success of the season. Obviously, soon enough we'll be gearing back up for some fall sports, believe it or not. And volleyball is leading that charge with all of their success, a second straight trip to the Elite Eight. Coach Rosen has just really taken that thing and ran with it.
Yeah, as you mentioned yesterday, Connor, we haven't had the success that across the board that we're accustomed to, but we have had some highlights this year, with volleyball being one of them.
Ooh, and that got away.
Back-to-back Elite Eight.
That got away at first, and Dieters is going to reach with
That's due to Dieters' hustle.
Yeah, Dieters chopped the ball over to third. Ravestanger threw it a bit low, and McMillan couldn't come up with it. We'll see how that gets scored, but Dieters is on first with nobody out.
He was racing down the first baseline.
He was getting after it.
Yeah.
So E3, that'll be an error on Sean McMillan, his third of the year. And now it's Cooper Fucino. But yeah, I mean, you're asking a lot because the bar has been set so high with volleyball, with men's basketball, with women's basketball, and really that's the same, I think, across the board. And now we're even, as Fucino takes outside ball one, we mentioned there's a track athlete that is really putting it together right now for Creighton, even in the springtime.
Yeah, the transfer portal got me yesterday. The student athletes are coming and going so quickly, I couldn't remember her name, but it's Trinity Shad-Saris. She's done a great job. A volleyball player that's walked on to the track team and won a Big East championship in the long jump and is competing in the NCAA regionals this coming week. So she's done a phenomenal job.
She's going to be a great addition to the volleyball team.
You should see how high she jumped. I don't know if you
I saw it in the spring match against Nebraska. It was different. The 1-1 is
much higher than you can jump.
Yes, I think all of them have me on that one, but especially Trinity.
Yeah.
Well, and we were able to play a variety of different spring matches this year, but notably the big one against Nebraska at Sokol a few weeks ago. That was really cool. Kind of just a celebration of volleyball. The 1-2.
It was a great turnout, too.
It was an excellent turnout.
For a spring game.
And a chance to sort of, in a mildly uncompetitive environment, you get a true home court advantage, which I thought was really, really cool.
You're exactly right. A lot of Blue Jay fans in the arena. They didn't sell their tickets to Nebraska fans, thankfully, but it was just a practice game, just a chance to get out there and play against Nebraska, which has traditionally been the best team in the country. So Creighton volleyball really believes that they are one of the best in the country, and they have the data to prove it over the last couple of years. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Fucino. We'll see where Dieters goes. He does move with the pitch. This one's lined and through the hole at shortstop. Mansour couldn't come up with it, and boy, did the Jays get lucky, because if he catches that ball, it is a sure double play on a soft line drive by Fucino, and it'll be an error on Rob Mansour, his 10th of the year, and St. John's 3rd error of the game. I think Teddy knew he wasn't going to catch that, Connor. That wasn't luck. That was anticipation.
Mr. Positivity has now Longoria will get a visit from the mound. I mean, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, too, and we talked about it with Mike the other day, but speaking of Mr. Positivity, he's popping out of the dugout right now to talk to Nick Ventiker. The energy that Mark Kingston has surrounding this baseball team is a undoubtedly and assuredly positive one, I think.
Yeah, I think Mark and his staff has done a great job. They actually also did a great job last year helping Ed get to a Big East championship in his last season, and he's took off, took it from where we left off last year, and maybe we can win another one. It's the second consecutive spring Big East championship we're in, Softball was just in the championship game a couple weeks ago in Chicago. Unfortunately, fell short to Connecticut. So we're right there in both of these sports, and hopefully we can get over the hump.
A few trips in a row to the Big East title for Krista Wood and the softball squad. So
3 in a row.
They are jumping up, that's for sure.
Right.
Here's Nick Ventiker. He'll square to bunt. He gets one down the first base line and foul. Jay's got to take advantage of these situations with a 2-1 lead here in the top of the fourth, and runners on first and second, and both free. An error on Sean McMillan on a catch at first, and then an error on a looping line drive off the bat of Cooper Fucino at short. Ventiker squares and can't get it down the first base side, 0-2.
He has to be swinging here now, right?
I think so.
He's been swinging a pretty hot bat as well.
Yeah, maybe not the worst thing in the world. He hit one deep to left field his last time up, ended up with a sacrifice fly to cross the Jays' first run in the top half of the second inning, so he'll likely get a chance to swing here. Rafe Stanger in on the corner, as is McMillan at first. The 0-2, he's going to square, and he fouls out. He lays down a bunt. Mark Kingston rolls the dice, and Nick Ventiker fails to get 3 bunts down, and he's out on strikes. There is one away.
Yeah, he was trying to move the runners over. Just couldn't put that bunt down.
I roll the dice a little bit in that spot. We've seen a bunt on a 3-0 spot this weekend, or this week rather, and they roll the dice with Ventiker, but he's not able to get the job done. So he strikes out, and now it is Balarjian, who has been a double play candidate here in this tournament. First pitch is a breaking ball that missed upstairs.
Now, if he hits into a double play, that's
I'm
on
not
you.
manifesting it.
No, that's on you.
I owe it to the listeners to present all the potential options of things. I suppose he could hit a 3-run home run as well.
He could.
He's been a candidate for that. The 1-0 on the outside edge for strike one. Marcus, you are very superstitious. This is one thing I've come to learn about you. You're always moving seats and getting in the right spot.
Just trying to do my part.
That's all we can do is sitting over here.
Yeah.
1-1 to Balarjian. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We have some soccer coming up here in the fall too, Connor. Do you take in men's and women's soccer at Creighton?
I do. I have broadcasted a couple games. I've done the last 2 Socktoberfests, which is always so much fun.
Great environment.
Excellent environment with the men's and women's doubleheader that night. 1-2 is fouled back. So I would encourage people to get out to that. Very, very cool. Get your ticket packages and things of that nature. And both of those teams are feeling good about themselves right now as well.
Yeah, Johnny, he's fully expecting to have a pretty good season on the pitch this year. And Jimmy Walker's coming off, back-to-back appearances in the Big East tournament, which only takes top 4 now, just as the men's do. So both of those programs are in good shape and looking forward to a big season.
1-2 is lifted into center field. A Grande is underneath it. Dieters is not tagging, and so everyone will hold as Legrande brings it in, and there's 2 away for Gump. Coach Kingston's Mr. Positive. Jimmy Walker is Mr. I don't know. It's just like energy drink.
Right?
Yeah. Mr. Monster Energy Drink.
He's done a great job since he's around.
He's really infused some life, I think, into the program. And then Johnny obviously is the same way, and those 2 programs can certainly help each other out that way. So here's Rocco Gump. 3rd home run of the tournament, his last time up. And he takes a strike. Longoria trying to pick up his teammates who have made errors behind him. Dieters is on second. Fucino is on first, both reaching via the miscues defensively. Rocco Gump, his birthday. The 0-1 is inside. Gets away a bit from Agresti, but he pulls it in without advance. 1-1. All right, is there anything else we should mention before Get it all out now.
Go, Rocco!
This could, well, unless, of course we could do it for game 2 today.
Oh, you're right.
Run the superstition back, but
Let's see if Rocco can get another hit here.
that's all we're thinking about right now.
Right here.
The 1-1 to Gump. Outside, 2-1. St. John's was begging for a call, didn't get it. Gump is 9 out of 14 with 3 home runs and 8 driven in the Big East tournament. The 2-1 is lined into right field and down for a base hit. Dieters is around third. The throw home is cut off. And an RBI single for Rocco Gump.
How hot is Rocco Gump?
He is smoking his 9th RBI of the tournament. And it's 3-1 Blue Jays.
Wow. He is having a fantastic tournament.
Red hot. 2 hits on his birthday now. And he's got 10 hits in the Big East tournament, including 4 extra base hits, and now his 9th run driven in. RBI single gives him RBI number. Listen to this. He's got 26 RBIs on the year, and he has 9 in the last 3 games. Here is Nate McHugh, who takes a breaking ball over for a strike.
I mentioned soccer, but forgot to mention we have just installed brand new LED lights at Morrison Stadium.
Oh,
this upcoming fall. If some of the fans went to the state soccer tournament, they had a chance to see it there. Those lights help contribute to a great atmosphere. It's going to be a really good experience at Morrison this fall.
McHugh pops one up. So with the lights come the ability to turn them on and off.
Different colors, turn them on and off. Have them flash, all the neat stuff that the new lights can do nowadays.
It's crazy how that, it's such a picturesque, it's right in the middle of downtown there.
Right.
It's sort of become the centerpiece of everything, when you look around campus, it's built around it. It's 0-2 here to McHugh with runners on first and second. The pitch upstairs. And we talked yesterday about all the changes that you walk on campus and then you walk on it about 6 weeks later, it looks completely different.
Lots of progress.
No doubt. And all of it is kind of surrounding that centerpiece in Morrison Stadium, which is one of the best soccer facilities in America. The 1-2. Fouled off.
Talk about the athletic facilities. We have a lot of, brand new facilities on campus for the general student population. I think the sophomore dorm is going to be open this fall. I had a chance to get a tour of that a couple weeks ago. It is really, really nice.
I walked into the Harper Center for the first time for the Billies. I mean,
that was your first time?
I've never been there, yeah. Incredible building. All the bells and whistles you can imagine.
Very nice building.
That's what several. I mean, the building itself is older now.
Yeah,
but
it's designed, to help students learn and study as they do today, with all the huddle rooms, the different technology in the classroom. So it's a really, really modern facility.
Yeah,
they did a great job with it.
It's very, very sharp in there. Looks like a new pitch comm will be required here for Longoria. Jay's still trying to tack on here. They've added an additional run and an RBI single by Rocco Gump. Gotten some help. Dieters is in after reaching on an error. Fucino is at second right now. Ventecker couldn't get a bunt down, so he couldn't help the Jays there, and Belargin popped out to center field. Gump comes through with their RBI single. Now it's McHugh at a 3-1 Jays lead here in the top of the fourth. This is a must-win game for the Blue Jays, trying to force game number 2 in game 7 of the tournament, the Big East Championship winner-take-all later on today. The 1-2 to Nate McHugh is hit high into right center field. Pretty deep, but Bernardini gets around it for out number 3. Jays get 1, 3-1. Marcus Blossom, thank you again, and keep all your superstitions.
If we get down, I'm coming back
He's
on.
coming back.
7.
Glenn's getting kicked off again as we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-1 Blue Jays here on 1620 The Zone.
Omaha knows how to play hard and celebrate in style at Hotel Indigo Omaha downtown. Local pride meets boutique charm inside a beautifully restored historic building. Gather your crew in our private boardroom or host your next big event in the Logan Space, the perfect setting for receptions, meetings, and post-game celebrations. And coming soon, 3 Card Monte, our new restaurant and bar bringing a fresh twist to Omaha dining. Hotel Indigo Omaha downtown, where game day turns into a great stay.
Being a Blue Jay fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the new Creighton Visa debit card, free with any FNBO checking account, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Creighton Visa debit card, only at FNBO, the bank of the Blue Jays. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fnbo.com/Jays. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
For the visitors of the scoreboard, the Creighton Blue Jays, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 5 men left on base. For the Red Storm, the number 1 seed St. John's Red Storm, 1 run on 1 hit and 3 errors, and no men left on base. This will be a touch-and-go situation for Jack Pino as we head to the 4th. And we will see how long he is for the wear. Rafe Stanger hit one hard off him his last time up, and here he is to start the St. John's 4th. He takes the ball outside.
Either way, you love what you've gotten from Jack. I think it's a gutsy performance to come back, give you 3 great innings, allow just 1 run, give yourself a chance.
The 1-0 is lined into right, sinking, and Dieters couldn't play it in front of him, and it goes all the way to the wall. Rafe Stanger's on his horse. Now Dieters gets to it, gets it all the way to the infield, and it's a stand-up triple for Jader Rafe Stanger.
And that's taking a chance by Teddy Dieters coming in. It's going to be ruled a hit and an error, as it should. Teddy tried to play it into a triple.
So Dieters commits his 2nd error of the season, and he thought he had a chance on a sinking line drive. He tried to do or die it and came up empty.
If you're going to do that, though, you've got to leave your feet and make it. But I said Teddy's not feeling 100% right now, a little bit of some stomach issues, so may play a factor in that.
Sean McMillan to the plate with a runner on 3rd, and he softly lines one into right. Dieters coming in, and this time he lets it drop in front. And that's one he may have had, but Rafe Stanger scores, and McMillan has an RBI single, and St. John's has cut the lead to 3-2.
Marcus might be coming back earlier than he thinks.
RBI single for Sean McMillan is 3rd in 2 games now, his 41st on the year. And a tough start to the inning for Jack Pino and the Jays. And now you got to deal with Agresti. Agresti really had a strong argument for Big East Player of the Year this year. Settled for first team all-conference. Quite the improvement from the St. John's catcher who gets hit in the back.
And I think you might see a trip to the mound from Billy Mole.
This could
just calm Jack down.
This could not go much further as Agresti is hit. McMillan goes to second. Jack Pino is now joined by Connor Capisi on the mound, both of them looking toward the dugout, and they know that Billy Mole is going to start the slow walk out. As we mentioned, the Jays bullpen is in pretty good shape, all things considered, having playing one additional game compared to their yelling and screaming counterparts across the way. But now it's getting to be decision time. Are you going to try and squeeze another couple outs out of Pino? Nobody out in the inning.
Well, there's action in the bullpen. We're a little bit screened off. Can't see who's throwing. But Pino's going to stay in the game. He hasn't been hit hard. I mean, those are a couple of balls that Dieters might otherwise make a play.
Here's Cowan. 2 home runs yesterday, and they are trusting their Friday night ace to get out of this thing, or at least start to get out of this thing, start to climb out of this hole. Cowan flew out to center his first time up. The pitch is pop foul and out of play behind us.
And St. John's is not the team that's going to lay down a bunt right here. I wouldn't expect that at all. And Cowan's swinging on the first pitch. So you got a chance to try and get out of this if you can induce soft contact.
Pino's looking for a ground ball. Wouldn't particularly call him a ground ball pitcher. See if he can execute one. This one's upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cowan, 31 driven in now after his 7 RBI day yesterday against Xavier.
That'll shoot your numbers up.
1 ball, 1 strike. McMillan on second base. Agresti on first. Cowan at the plate. The pitch is on the ground towards short. North has to go to his right onto second for 1 onto first. And got him! A 6-4-3 double play. Exactly what the doctor ordered.
We're going to have a review. Immediately the first base coach called for it. So I am going to hold you off there, Connor.
Don't hold me off, Glenn. You can't hold me off. As North makes a quick turn, and we'll see. And
I think he's got him. But
now we'll get a better look as Belarjan pulls it in. That will be a double play.
Yeah, he is out. He's out by about a half step.
A 6-4-3 double play. Then North gets around the baseball. He doesn't backhand it and risk the opportunity to drop the ball or have it to go off the palm of his hand. He gets around the baseball, sets his feet, and if you're watching along on booth cam, I'm motioning this. He gets around it, and he throws it to second base, and Nick Ventiker with a nice turn as well.
I'm sorry, Connor. Could you do that one more time for us? Set your feet.
Oh, people saw it.
No, I didn't see it. I was turned the other way. So, for my benefit.
You can rewind the video later. He goes a little bit like this, and then, he gets around it. Thanks to all of you who are joining us in booth cam today. We have some interesting comments as well. We appreciate all the commenters in the booth cam chat today.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
I haven't seen any.
Can you see them?
I see the volume. I just want to know what are some of the comments. Read them to us while we got some time.
Can you see this comment, the most recent comment right here?
I cannot. I'm old and blind.
I don't want to read it to you. I want you to read it.
Okay.
Here come the umpires back from the review.
What did I do to earn that? How do I do it again? Mick, get Marcus back on the broadcast. Okay, Sindelar, listen here.
The call on the field is confirmed. It is a double play, and St. John's loses a challenge as well. So McMillan goes to third. He's the tying run, but a huge double play ball induced by Jack Pino and helped out by his defense. Here is Aiden Fry with a runner on third. The pitch is grounded foul on top of the St. John's dugout. 0-1. St. John's gets an additional run back. Jader Rafestanger lines one to right, goes past Teddy Dieters and to the wall. He reaches third, and then Sean McMillan drives him in with an RBI single. So 3-2. Here's the pitch upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. This does feel like the end of the line for Pino, who really has given Creighton about everything they could ask for today, coming off of just a few days rest. Pitching against these Johnnies on Thursday. The 1-1 is hit high on the infield and just beyond it. McHugh is in left. North is out from short. McHugh's calling everybody off. He dropped it.
A circuitous route to that ball. Tough play in the outfield. We talked about Nate McHugh just making his debut in the outfield. That's one that you would like to have seen Ben North go out and call him off.
Yeah, maybe. I think Nate's got the angle on that, but a wind is pushing it around a little bit, and that ball was hit sky high. So Fry reaches on E7, and now both teams have 3 errors. McMillan scores. That's 3-3. Back to square one. And here's Christian Bernardini. And Fry, by the way, goes to second. Both teams have sufficiently booted the baseball today, and it's hurt both of them. And now Bernardini will get a talking to. And so St. John's will use an offensive timeout here. We are back square, 3-3. These two teams in Queens a month ago played 2 really even games for about 5 innings. And then St. John's offense exploded in the middle of the late innings in both the Friday and Saturday game, and then played an absolute grinder nail-biter on Sunday that the Jays won 6-5. And then another nail-biter on Thursday, the 1-0, is line to right. Dieters takes a few steps back, and he's got it on a line. So the Jays commit 2 errors in the inning, both on outfielders. And we are through 4 here at Prasco Park. Your score, Creighton 3, St. John's 3. You're listening to the Big East Championship on 1620 The Zone.
Shape your future in business with a graduate degree from Creighton's Hyder College of Business. Our programs develop leaders in finance, analytics, and beyond, taught by faculty who bring real-world experience into every class. Looking to level up? Explore graduate certificates in high-demand areas like enterprise risk management or business analytics. Flexible options make it easier to fit your goals into your busy life. Start your journey today at graduateprograms.creighton.edu.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
To the 5th. St. John's and Creighton locked up at 3 in the Big East Championship game. It is St. John's who is looking for the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament with a sweep of the regular season and the postseason crowns. They can do that with a win in this very game. With a win for Creighton, we have a winner-take-all final coming up at some point today. The plan is to play in the basic immediate after, and there is some wind that is kicking up and potential rain in the forecast. So,
well, Connor,
we will
talking with some of the other admins, the hope is just to get this game in, and it looks pretty dicey from 12 to 5 with a better window to play that second game probably in the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock hour.
Okay, well, we'll keep you updated, and if we need to update you, we hope that we certainly do.
Victor, let's start by getting to game 2.
Exactly.
And then we'll figure out the rest.
Victor Frederick is the new arm for the Johnnies. Pitched against Creighton to close things out on Thursday. 6'5", 200-pound sophomore from Northport, New York. Frederick this year, 1-2. This is his 20th appearance with a 7.56 ERA over 33 in the third innings this year. He is their closer. 5 saves this year, but opponents are hitting .333 off of Frederick, and he has the tendency to be wild as well. He has 7 wild pitches, and he has hit 15 batters.
Interesting decision by Mike Hampton, and it's tough when you are the team that is undefeated because you can either go all in on the first game, which St. John's appears to be doing, using their closer this early, or you can save some arms for the second game, which I think we would see at this point O'Leary and possibly Chafee in the game 2.
The pitch to North is in there for a strike. I don't know about Chafee. And throwing 107 yesterday is probably not going to bring him back today. But 3 days removed from O'Leary throwing 137, you got a chance. This one's off the end of the bat. It's going to spin down the first base line and come to a rest foul, 0-2. This will be quite the chess match between these two as both of them struggle through some defensive miscues. We've had 6 total errors in this game, and it's very uncharacteristic of how these two teams have played, not only this season, but at this ballpark in the conference tournament. There's been some clean baseball all week long. Both teams have kicked it around a bit. North gets the 0-2 from Frederick. It's upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No rain falling yet, but there has been sort of a cool breeze that is whipped in a bit, and it's pushing out ever so slightly to left. The 1-2 misses away. Frederick tries to get North on a slider that misses off the edge.
And North held up this time. Last time he was up in the count 3-1 and went after a pair of sliders.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, top of the 5th in a 3-3 game. The pitch fouled off right off the mask of Agresti and back our way. 2 balls and 2 strikes. St. John's won each of their Big East weekend series this season, all 7 of them. But they had their struggles on Sundays when they were beyond their top 2 pitchers, who they put a great amount of weight on their shoulders. The 2-2 to North outside, and the count is full.
Matter of fact, all of their losses, save 1, came on Sunday.
Somebody in the crowd was asking if I was incorrect on my stats. 3-2 on the outside corner for strike 3. North wasn't sure about it, but he walks away empty-handed. He strikes out for the second time this afternoon, and there's 1 away.
Hey, I'm out of frame.
I suppose it's not afternoon. Not even really close to it. Not even in the Eastern time zone. We've just reached fast food lunchtime, 10:30 in the East, as Isaac Waxman steps to the plate.
Doesn't breakfast go to 11 on weekends?
Usually it's 10:30. Well, I don't know about weekends, I suppose.
I think on weekends it goes to 11.
I guess I forgot what day it was.
That's understandable. We've been here a while, and we've been usually staying in or sitting in a hotel.
There's been a lot of that over the last couple of days. 1-0 to Isaac Waxman. Victor Frederick, the pitch. Check swing, and he went around. Locked him up on a fastball in on the hands. Waxman takes a long walk around. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 away. Waxman just trying to find a way on if he can. The pitch is on the ground pretty hard at short. Backhanded. Nice play by Mansour. Long throw is in time. Right on the lip of the outfield grass, and Mansour backhands it and makes a long throw to get the pretty fleet-footed Waxman. So he's out for the 3rd time today. And there's 2 gone in the Blue Jay 5th for Connor Capisi. Capisi, 1 for 2 today, 7 for 13 in the tournament. The pitch. That ball looked low, but it was in for a strike, according to home plate umpire Brian Peterson. Oh, 1. Line foul. 3-4-5 in the Creighton order in the inning, and so far, nothing to show for it. Capisi down 2 strikes, and no balls against Victor Frederick. The 0-2 pitch outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Jays trying to get to Frederick, something that they could not do in the game on Thursday, but it was in the 9th, and it was with a 2-run lead as he took over for Liam O'Leary, who nearly went the distance. The 1-2 to Capisi is on the edge for strike 3. Capisi down looking. The Jays go down looking twice in the 5th. North and Capisi sandwiched a walkspin ground out. We head to the bottom of the 5th at Prasco Park. Creighton 3, St. John's 3. You're listening to Blue Jay Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Here at the Greg Young Extra Mile Institute, we teach our specialists how to provide the best customer experience.
So as you can see, the Greg Young price is very clear and easy to understand. But if you look at other dealers' prices, not so much.
Wow. Just don't find our level of honesty too often.
Jenny, you just earned an A for the course.
We have what you're looking for. Choose from over 600 pre-owned vehicles. Visit gychevy.com. Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Make the most of money-saving May at Jensen Tire and Auto. Buy a set of 4 new tires and save up to $260 on top brands like Goodyear, Cooper, Continental, General, and Starfire. Get $20 off an oil change. Plus, save big on fluid exchanges, AC recharge service, shocks and struts, brakes, FVP batteries, and get a free 13-point summer driving inspection. Don't miss the savings at JensenTireandAuto.com. Locally owned, family business since 1973.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Bottom of the 5th coming up. The Blue Jays will go to the bullpen for the first time this afternoon. This morning, I keep saying it's afternoon. The call of the visitor bullpen brought to you by Brain Health Nebraska. And here comes Anthony Unga. Unga is out for another appearance, his first in 8 days since the series last weekend against Xavier when he pitched twice. He got a crucial out in the Friday game against the Musketeers, and then pitched an inning in the Saturday regular season finale against Xavier, both of which were Creighton losses. 12 and a third innings for Unga. 5.11 is the ERA. He has a win. Of course, his one win of the year was his best performance, a 5-strikeout, 3-inning performance against Kansas a few weeks ago on a Tuesday night back at home. Here is Rob Mansour, who starts off the bottom of the 5th against Unga. It'll be Mansour, Rodriguez, and then back to the top for Legrande. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1.
Unga's got good velocity. It's just always a matter if he can locate.
Unga will throw a fastball and a nice hook as well. He will attempt to throw in a split change occasionally as well. Grips the baseball very well. That is in there for his strike. That was the big breaking ball from Unga. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th here at Prasco Park. Connor Happer, Glenn Sisk along with you as it's 3-3. Jays and Johnnies. For the 5th time this season. The 1-1 is lined and diving is North, but it's by him for a base hit. North just came up a little bit short, and he's hobbled a bit after the play-ins. Might have landed hard on the midsection there. Mansour is on to start the inning. North is getting things shook out at short, adjusting the belt. The ball was hard hit by Mansour. North nearly dove and took a hit away. And here's Rodriguez. Now, Johnnies, as you mentioned, Glenn, haven't necessarily been a small ball team, but we are getting to the middle innings. Maybe this is a spot for it. Lou Rodriguez at the plate. He squares and takes upstairs, ball 1.
An opportunity to flip the lineup over for your 1, 2, 3 hitters. Give them a chance to drive in the lead run if Lou Rodriguez can get a bunt down.
Mansour, the runner on first. He squares. The 1-0 is downstairs.
You also get an opportunity to throw a reliever off their game a little bit. Unga doesn't come in terribly often, and when he isn't typically facing somebody trying to square around.
Let him bunt it, I always say.
Yeah, absolutely.
2-0 is popped up, and Capisi tracks it down.
And that's the perfect outcome for the Blue Jays. You get an out. The runner stays at first base. Nice play coming from behind the plate by Connor Capisi.
He pops up the bunt. Connor Capisi rips off the one-piece face mask and pulls it in and keeps Rob Mansour right there at first and a big out.
And Capisi's probably the only one that can catch that. Possibly Unga coming on from the mound, but you'd rather have your catcher be the one to go out there and get it.
John LaGrande has hit 2 ground balls to the right side. One he's reached on an error, and the other he was retired on a ground ball to Ventiker. First pitch is a fastball that is outside for ball 1. And Billy Mole is going to take a
quick
brisk walk out to the mound.
He saw something he didn't like, or maybe wants to give a scouting report on LaGrande.
Billy is covering up his mouth. He's bringing the entire infield in with him. And LaGrande is a guy who really controls the bat very, very well at the plate. He does have a little bit of strikeout to his game, but not much. 33 strikeouts. Doesn't walk much. 23 walks this year. But really good bat-to-ball stuff for LaGrande. And he's a good runner as well. That'll steal him another extra base hit or two. 1-0 from Unga. Breaking ball missed inside. Went for the back foot slider. 2 balls and not a strike to LaGrande.
The comments say you're looking for a house here in Omaha, or here in Ohio.
Well, if it goes on another couple days, maybe I will.
We're getting some help from Rob Anderson, which I often get help from.
2-0 missed outside, 3-0.
Brian Gould up in the bullpen.
Yes. Thank you, Rob, actually, because we cannot see. John LaGrande is up 3-0 in the count. He was first-team All-Big East performer this year. And Sora, the shortstop on first base.
You can't afford to give up a free pass here.
Unga delivers a strike, 3-1.
If you're going to lose, make St. John's hit their way on. You have to go through that. You just got that free out on the pop-up bunt. You got to go after LaGrande here.
Unga set, takes a look over his shoulder, now comes home, breaking ball, and LaGrande flinched but did not swing. And so Unga doesn't give him anything special to hit. And LaGrande takes his bag. Now it's Rafestanger. Jader Rafestanger at the plate. Left-handed hitting third baseman has a hit. And then advanced to third on the error by Dieters on a ball that should have been played in front of him in his previous at-bat in the fourth. That was to start the fourth inning. Runners on first and second, and a fastball that comes downhill from Unga for strike 1. Rafestanger was 3 out of 4 with 5 driven in yesterday, and St. John's 11-run win over the Xavier Musketeers to clinch a spot in the title game. The 0-1 to Rafestanger is swung on and missed. Goes for that back foot slider. Unga made it disappear on him, and it's 0-2.
Maybe come back with that. I'd go something else, change the eye level, try and possibly throw a fastball off the outside corner, then come back to that back foot slider.
McMillan is on deck. Dangerous hitter. Top of this order is really tricky. Unga kicks and delivers the 0-2. Got him. Swung on and tipped into the mitt of Capisi.
I think that was the changeup right there. Took a little bit off. Was able to get Rafestanger, swinging for the second out of the inning.
Let's see what Unga goes for here. Yeah, backdoor. Well, might have been the changeup. You're right. Couldn't tell if that was breaking that way or the other. And Ray Stanger is down on strikes. A big strikeout, but now a potentially even bigger out at the plate. McMillan, 2 gone with 2 on. The pitch, breaking ball in the dirt. And Capisi gives kudos to his pitcher, as if to say that is a spot that was intended. Capisi liked what he saw. 1-0 to McMillan, who's hunched over in his batting stance at the plate. The pitch is a fastball on the outside edge for strike 1. Unga really can get downhill. That fastball is popping. You can smell it.
McMillan can catch up to it, though. I'd like to see him change speeds here.
1-1, swung on and miss on a slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 gone. Top half of the 5th.
Now you've got him set up. Come back with a fastball off the outside corner.
Glenn's feeling himself. He's getting hot. Let's see. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Unga lifts and delivers in the dirt. 2-2. That was a breaking ball. Unga tried to bury. Can McMillan cover the outside of the plate? He hits the breaking ball pretty well. Does McMillan. He's choked up on the bat ever so slightly. The 2-2 pitch is laid off. Another breaking ball out of the zone. 3-2.
Good take by McMillan. Now you got to come best on best.
Very good take. Anthony Unga and Sean McMillan. Runners on first and second with 2 gone. Adam Agresti on deck. Unga doesn't want this to go any further. What happened here? The St. John's dugout was barking a little bit. They are asking for a balk. And Bob Howard, the second base umpire, shouts right back into the dugout. And now home plate umpire Brian Peterson is giving it back to him as well. Mike Hampton is wondering what the protest is. Now he's up out of the dugout. Music comes up to wash out the argument here from Mike Hampton. Not sure what the protest is. A disengagement.
He is looking for a warning for the disengagement. That Hampton is saying if he doesn't look and engage, that's at least a warning. So it should be 1 is exactly what Hampton is saying to the home plate umpire. So that's what they wanted. They wanted a warning for the disengagement or for the lack of engagement. Excuse me.
I didn't really see anything on the replay. They just showed it on our television over to our left. I didn't really see much that would require any sort of consternation. Anyway, back to it. The 3-2 is in the dirt.
Either way, I think that throws Unga off just enough that he ends up walking McMillan. And now you got to face Agresti with the bases loaded. And this is where St. John's has made their hay all year long, is big innings coming through in situations just like this. And now you need Unga to stem the tide, get Agresti, and get you back into the dugout.
This is where Creighton has been punished as well. When guys are getting on via the walk, Billy Moll's going to come out, and I think he's going to make a change here. He takes a quick peek down the right field line.
Well, he has to. This is the second visit. So
going to make a change. So we will have a new pitcher. Unga walks a couple, leaves the bases loaded with 2 outs, and a new Blue Jay will be coming into the game. Which puzzle piece will he use? We will tell you about the new Blue Jay when we return. 2 outs, top of the 5th. St. John's has the bases loaded. When we come back, Blue Jay baseball's on 1620 The Zone.
Here at the Greg Young Extra Mile Institute, we teach our specialists how to provide the best customer experience.
So as you can see, the Greg Young price is very clear and easy to understand. But if you look at other dealers' prices, not so much.
Wow. Just don't find our level of honesty too often.
Jenny, you just earned an A for the course.
We have what you're looking for. Choose from over 600 pre-owned vehicles. Visit gychevy.com. Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
It's just something you were born with. The need to do things right, to work hard, get dirty, and come out on top. And that's exactly what Bobcat Platinum equipment is designed to do. These limited edition, fully optioned compact loaders and excavators make a bold impression on the job site and come loaded with features that improve your bottom line. No excuses, just pushing limits and doing it the right way or not at all. Visit Bobcat of Omaha to experience Bobcat Platinum equipment. You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
So a big spot for the freshman, Brian Gould, who comes into this game. It's 17 2/3 innings underneath his belt this season with a 10.7 ERA, 20 strikeouts, and 11 walks this year. It has been good in his last few appearances. He had 2 nice innings against Nebraska a couple of weeks ago and 2 nice innings against Xavier last weekend as well. Was hit around in that Kansas game where he didn't get an out 3 weeks ago. And so it'll be the freshman, Brian Gould, in a monster spot for the Blue Jays. It is the bases are loaded with 2 gone at the top of the 5th in a tie game. And he will face Adam Agresti. Agresti this season is a .292 hitter. He's 0 for 1 today, but his OPS is .1045. He has 17 home runs and 48 driven in. Agresti, first team All-Big Easter this year.
Big spot for Brian Gould. Asked to come on and get the Blue Jays out of a jam.
Bases loaded. 2 out. I think Agresti might be hunting the first pitch here. The pitch. Breaking ball missed outside. He may have been. It's a slider. And I think Billy Mole and the Creighton staff knew that Agresti was probably sitting dead red fastball on the first pitch from the freshman.
I think he's probably sitting dead red every pitch.
The 1-0. Breaking ball missed outside. 2-0.
You got to come to him here now.
Gould trying to shoot that outside corner and comes up empty twice. 2 balls and no strikes, and these are tense moments here. The East Championship game. The 2-0 from Gould in there for a strike. Fastball comes right over the heart of the plate at the knees of Agresti. 2-1. Gould's got a strike underneath his belt now. Checks his pitch comm device on his wrist and now is set. He kicks and delivers. The 2-1 is into center field, but this will be easy for Isaac Waxman, who's got it. And Brian Gould is fired up as he comes off the field and gets a first-team All-Big East player to fly out relatively weakly to center, and the Johnnies leave the bases loaded in the 5th. To the 6th we go. Creighton 3, St. John's 3. You're listening to Blue Jay Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
Lawler's Custom Sportswear is the official sportswear provider of Creighton Athletics. Lawler's Superstore at 84th and J has Omaha's largest selection of Creighton fan gear featuring Nike, Champion, Columbia, and Under Armour. At Lawler's, you'll find something for every Creighton fan, including over 30 different styles of ladies' apparel. You can also shop online at lawlerscustom.com. Lawler's is the #1 licensed royalty generator for Creighton Athletics. So all you purchase at Lawler's supports the Creighton Blue Jays.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
To the 6th we go. All the umpires meeting in the middle of the diamond right now, just behind second base. All 6 of them here in this Big East Championship game as the field here at Prasco Park being cleaned up and tidied up here before the 6th inning, and that is brought to you by FBG Services, keeping things clean on the home front and on the road. Top of the sixth, 3-3 in the Big East Championship game. Creighton Baseball's Big East Tournament run is presented by the Kimpton Cottonwood Hotel. Elevated stays, unforgettable Omaha. Kimpton Cottonwood. Here is Teddy Dieters, 6, 7, 8 in the Jays order against Victor Frederick, who delivered a 1-2-3 fifth coming into the game at that point. Third St. John's pitcher, and he delivers a fastball up and underneath the chin of Teddy Dieters with strong reaction from the crowd here in front of us. 1 ball and no strikes.
One particular member of the crowd.
I heard that member of the crowd walking in this morning about a half block away. The 1-0 is lifted foul and out of play.
Sometimes you got to rein in your athletic director.
I'm saying he was at the snow cone, the Italian ice truck, when I heard his laugh for the first time this morning. It was standing right here. That's about
half a block.
That's about 100 yards away from us. 1-1. Breaking ball, pounded on the ground to third. Rafe Stanger's up with it and on to first. Did he catch it? Yes. McMillan is struggled over there with some low balls at first, but is able to hang on to it for the first out.
Will McGill has pointed down to the ground to ask the first base umpire if he dropped it, but no challenge coming from the Blue Jay bench.
Let's see. Two-hopper. Long throw for Rafe Stanger. Whew. He's got that thing up against the dirt, and there would be no way we'd be able to tell because he had the glove covering the camera side. Here's Fucino, who hits one hard on the ground to short. Mansour is up with it, and a strong throw gets him for out number 2. Jays are into a lull offensively. They've been retired now 6 in a row. 5 in a row against Victor Frederick, who they could not get to on Thursday in the ninth. So Ventiker steps in. He failed to get a bunt down his last time up and was struck out. Now he'll be pulled to the side, and a good call by Mark Kingston to just slow things down here in the inning after 2 quick groundouts. Ventiker, Larson would be next, then Gump. You want Rocco Gump at the plate at all times. If you could get him up with anybody on base, even better. 2 guys in front of him will have to help out that cause. Jays in a 3-3 tie here at Prasco Park. Still, trying for a little bit of sun. Some clouds covering the skies here on a nearly 70-degree morning here at Prasco Park. Jays need a win to advance to a Game 2 winner-take-all Big East final. St. John's can win the conference championship right here in this one. Ventiker finally steps in with 2 outs, and he gets the pitch from Frederick. Squares around to bunt, takes a strike.
Ventiker usually good with the bunt or good with the bat, so I was a little surprised when he didn't get the butt down last time up, but right here maybe just trying to extend the at-bat, make Frederick work a little bit.
Rafe Stanger in on the grass at third as Ventiker fouls it away off
that
the
was
mask of Agresti. He's going to need a minute.
Agresti, yeah, there's a little bit of pain right here. We can see the athletic trainer come out.
And Agresti, I don't know exactly, must have got him in the shoulder because he's really shaking out that right shoulder. We'll see here first time on replay. Yeah, right underneath the collarbone. Hits him hard. And he immediately kind of scrunched in. He's getting the shoulder shaken out right now. Big, tough guy. He wants 1 ball to catch just to make sure he can deliver throws. And he says he's okay, much to the applause of the St. John's dugout. That'll be worth at least 100 extra slaps of the outer railing for the Johnnies.
100 is that what you're calling for? All right.
That's right. 0-2 to Ventiker. The pitch outside, 1-2. You're right, that dugout is full. It is not particularly big, but yeah, their bullpen's full too. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ventiker with 2 outs on the 6 in a 3-3 game. The pitch is lined right back up the middle for a base hit. Buzz right by the St. John's pitcher Victor Frederick, and Nick Ventiker has a 2-out hit.
Now you need Chris to extend this inning, get Gump another opportunity.
That's a great swing by Ventiker. Right by Frederick, and then right by the glove of Aiden Fry, who was diving at second. It was played up the middle a little bit, so they had the shift and the right idea. But Ventiker gets it through all of them with a hard hit ball, and now it is Belarjan who is 0 for 2. He's popped out twice.
Belarjan's got power, though. Remember, he can get this ball up in the air. He can get it out.
Frederick delivers. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Belarjan has been on base a lot in the tournament. 4 walks to pair along with his 3 hits. He is 3 for 12. 1-0, Ventiker goes. The throw down to second. They're going to test Agresti, and it's in time to get Ventiker at second base. And Agresti is jacked as Ventiker tests the right arm after he takes a foul ball off the shoulder, and Agresti passes. That'll end the top of the 6th. Creighton 3, St. John's 3. You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Make the most of money-saving May at Jensen Tire and Auto. Buy a set of 4 new tires and save up to $260 on top brands like Goodyear, Cooper, Continental, General, and Starfire. Get $20 off an oil change. Plus, save big on fluid exchanges, AC recharge service, shocks and struts, brakes, FVP batteries, and get a free 13-point summer driving inspection. Don't miss the savings at JensonTireandAuto.com. Locally owned, family business since 1973.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge, or online at NissanofOmaha.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Bottom of the 6th here at Prasco Park in Mason, Ohio. It has been a long time on the road for the Jays. They arrived to the Cincinnati area last Wednesday to play 3 against Xavier, and then stayed in the area all throughout this week. Multiple delays and postponements due to weather, and still the Jays are alive in the state of Ohio. It's 3-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. 10 o'clock back home in Omaha. Thanks for joining us this morning for the Big East Championship right here in 1620 The Zone, as Brian Gould delivers a slider for a strike to Will Cowan. Appreciate any and all of you who have joined us for any portion of this trip. The 0-1 is off the outside edge. Cowan didn't go around, a ball and a strike. That would include Glenn's call of the Creighton win at Great American Ballpark last Thursday. And then each of the 3 games here so far. Pitch, Gould goes to the slider again, misses. Cowan's not biting at it the last 2. So 2-1. We hope that the Jays will be afforded one more opportunity. They have to earn it. And that would take winning this game, the 2-1. Way outside, Gould came with the fastball and overthrew it. 3-1. You'd have to think that Billy Mole will be very, very active on the trigger finger as far as the bullpen is concerned. Got to get to Game 7. The 3-1 is outside, and Cowan walks.
And a visit to the mound immediately by Connor Capisi. Ben North now will walk in as well.
Shortstop, pitcher, catcher out there to communicate a little bit. Cowan's on for the walk. Cowan mentioned his big day yesterday. It's just his 16th walk of the season. So here's Fry. Fry reached on Nate McHugh's error and left his last time up. And maybe a action opportunity for the Johnnies trying to get the go-ahead run across. Bunt is pulled back by Fry. It's 1-0. You have to let him bunt it. Last time, Jay's got a pop-up out of it. Squares around early. The 1-0 is in there for a strike as it was taken back.
I think at that moment, he was not going to bunt at all. It was just a fake bunt trying to draw a little bit of the tension off the pitcher.
So we'll see what's on here. Gump is in on the corner at third. He squares early. The bunt is foul. And a breaking ball that was up in the zone a little bit, and Fry stabbed at it. And nearly came up empty.
Going to get the baseball.
Tight quarters behind home here at Prasco Park. A 1-2. Cowan on first base. The pitch. Breaking ball missed outside. 2-2.
The bunt was taken off.
Ryan Gould, the freshman, looking for a ground ball. Strikeout will do two. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, and Fry's down swinging.
Got Fry to go fishing on that slider. Gould's consistently throwing it off to the corner. First one he got to go after it.
Good strikeout there by Brian Gould. So, Christian Bernardini steps to the plate. Brian Gould, a projectable arm out of this Blue Jay bullpen being used as a freshman. He delivers outside, ball one to Christian Bernardini. Gould, the freshman from O'Fallon, Missouri. Tries to bridge the gap to the back end of the Creighton bullpen. Runner bluffs off first. He went on that swing. No, not according to the first base umpire, Tyler Whitty, on appeal. Thought Gould generated a swing on Bernardini. 2 balls and not a strike. Bernardini homered in the third. The pitch in for a strike, 2-1. Infield pulled over to the left side. Van Tyker is behind second. North, regular depth at short, and Gump is a little deeper at third. Outfield is reverse shifted over to the right a bit. The pitch swung on and missed, and Gould generates a swing and a miss out of the zone. He's done that a couple times against some impatient St. John's hitters, and it's 2-2. Big pitch for Brian Gould. Swung on and missed. And Gould strikes out Fry and Bernardini. And there's 2 away. Now Bernardini is giving Mansour a word of advice as he approaches the plate.
He's saying don't swing at that slider on the outside corner.
Wisdom. It's important. But now Bernardini and Fry have both experienced it. Runner on first is Cowan. There's 2 gone, and here is Mansour. Slider over the off the outside edge, 1-0.
Getting a popcorn smell up here.
Yeah, the kettle corn is wafting our direction with some wind coming in from the west. 1-0. Slider missed away. 2 balls and not a strike, and so the advice that Bernardini gave Mansour is paying off so far. We'll see what Gould comes to Mansour with. on a 2-0 count. Upstairs, 3-0. Mansour is struck out and singled. And now he gets a 3-0 count with St. John's secondary leadoff hitter Luis Rodriguez on deck. The pitch is a strike, 3-1.
Mansour tried to throw the bat and start to walk down to first base.
Trying to sell.
Umpires are professional, but that's never going to get you the benefit of the call.
I'm afraid it won't. They have memories as well. The 3-1, breaking ball, upstairs, ball 4. So the runner went with the pitch, and Capisi was forced to hang on to it because the ball was called upstairs. So Gould walks to second in the inning. And a dangerous spot here. Runners at first and second with 2 gone for Luis Rodriguez. Rodriguez was 3 for 4 yesterday in St. John's win over Xavier. He's 0 for 2 today. 2 pop-ups.
Rodriguez much better in conference play than he was in non-con.
Slider in for a strike.
Hitting .306 on the season. His average was over .340 in Big East play. Although these games technically are not Big East play, even though they're against Big East opponents.
Earned himself second team all-conference. Hitting out of the 9-hole for St. John's, the 0-1. Breaking ball, missed outside. Steady diet of sliders on the outside edge, and it is a game right now with Gould and St. John's having a tough time deciding whether to swing or not. The pitch. Fastball hit high, deep into left center field. Walksman on the run. He's underneath it, and he's got it for the out. 2 walks in the inning, but nothing further. And the Jays are out of the frame. To the 7th we go. 3-3 Blue Jay baseball after this on 1620 The Zone.
Make the most of money-saving May at Jensen Tire and Auto. Buy a set of 4 new tires and save up to $260 on top brands like Goodyear, Cooper, Continental, General, and Starfire. Get $20 off an oil change. Plus, save big on fluid exchanges, AC recharge service, shocks and struts, brakes, FVP batteries, and get a free 13-point summer driving inspection. Don't miss the savings at JensenTireandAuto.com. Locally owned, family business since 1973.
When life moves, you need a financial partner who helps you move with it. At Cobalt Credit Union, we offer competitive rates on auto loans, mortgages, and home equity lines of credit, so you can take the next step with confidence. Whether it's a new set of wheels, a kitchen upgrade, or finally buying the home you've had your eye on, we're here to make it easier. Open your account online today at cobaltcu.com. Cobalt Credit Union. Stay true, bank blue. Cobalt Credit Union is an equal housing lender.
Shape your future in business with a graduate degree from Creighton's Heider College of Business. Our programs develop leaders in finance, analytics, and beyond, taught by faculty who bring real-world experience into every class. Looking to level up? Explore graduate certificates in high-demand areas like enterprise risk management or business analytics. Flexible options make it easier to fit your goals into your busy life. Start your journey today at graduateprograms.creighton.edu.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Back here at Prasco Park, going into the top of the 7th inning, it'll be Chris Belargin, Rocco Gump, and Nate McHugh due up against Victor Frederick. Frederick on for his 3rd inning of work. Belargin at the plate when Nick Van Tyker was thrown out trying to steal to close out the 6th inning. 3 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors for the Blue Jays, 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for St. John's. Frederick is set at the belt. Long look, and the pitch on the way is in there for a called strike 1. Back with us, Connor Happer.
I've returned. My apologies. As Chris Belargin's at the plate. And an 0-1 count against Victor Frederick, who's back out for another inning of work. The 0-1. Breaking ball missed away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Frederick out for his 3rd inning of work. If he gets this out, he'll be the longest tenured pitcher of the day by St. John's. 1-1, popped foul, out of play.
Let's try and make sure that doesn't happen. Let's get a few hits. Belargin get a hit. Rocco Gump do what he does. By the way, the update on the theme from the Dapper Yapper, which nobody guessed, is wrestling. It's purely wrestling. It's always wrestling when it comes to me.
You are a fan, yeah.
Yes.
1 and 2. And this one's lined in the left field for a base hit. Belargin starts things off in the 7th with a leadoff single. His 4th hit of the tournament. And the Jays' 5th hit of the ball game.
And for Rocco, it'll be Rocco freaking Gump to go along with Seth freaking Rollins. I like that much better than the Gumpster.
RFG. Rocco bleeping Gump.
Wow, you're censoring yourself a lot. Prasco's rubbed off on you. We need to get you back to bunts and dunks and let him talk you down from Prasco.
He squares around a bunt and takes a strike. Rocco didn't like it. Rocco Gump is homered and driven in a run with a single today. 2 more RBIs, giving him 9 for the tournament. 3 home runs and 5 extra base hits in total. 10 hits in the Big East tournament for Rocco Gump. The birthday boy, third baseman for the Blue Jays, 0-1, misses outside from Frederick, who is trying with all his might to stay on the outside portion of the zone to the left-handed hitting Rocco Gump. Belargin on first with nobody out. One. On the ground towards short. Picked up on 2 hops by Mansour. He touches second and on to first for the out. Victor Frederick is fired up. He just got a 6-3 double play of Creighton's hottest hitter, and there's 2 gone.
Okay, fine. We'll go back to Gumpster fire.
Here's McHugh. Some darker clouds have come over the area with a little bit more of a breeze attached to it as well.
Donna, we're told that, again, by Rob Anderson.
McHugh pops one down the first base line. This might stay in play. Over goes Bernardini, and it's foul.
That Wilson Moggers was up and throwing in the last half inning, so Blue Jays might go to their best bullet remaining and bring Moggers in. If not to start the 7th, he'll be ready and waiting.
Love the Jays to get him a lead if they can. I'll have some work to do. And Nate McHugh is at the plate. No balls and a strike. McHugh doesn't have a hit today in 3 opportunities. The 0-1 is lined hard into right field, but right at Bernardini. And McHugh puts a barrel on it, but nothing to show for. And McHugh is down with a line out. Creighton will make a change and will bring in Wilson Moggers from the bullpen. Stretch time at Prasco, and it's getting tight. 3-3 in the Big East Championship game on 1620 The Zone.
Hey, Jays fans, it's hoop season, and you know what that means. Jerry Ryan has the best selection in town for all things Creighton gear. Stop by Jerry Ryan at 78th and Dodge for your quarter zips in all shades of Jays blue, plus jackets, vests, winter coats, you name it. They have it. Multiple Jays options for men and women from Peter Millar, Cutter and Buck, and Johnny O. Stop by Jerry Ryan Clothing and dress like the coaches do.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Shape your future in business with a graduate degree from Creighton's Heider College of Business. Our programs develop leaders in finance, analytics, and beyond, taught by faculty who bring real-world experience into every class. Looking to level up? Explore graduate certificates in high-demand areas like enterprise risk management or business analytics. Flexible options make it easier to fit your goals into your busy life. Start your journey today at graduateprograms.creighton.edu.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
So for Creighton, Brian Gould does a tremendous job and bridges the gap. Jack Bino has given the Jays 4 innings today and set them up in good position. Anthony Unga got a couple important outs, but walked 2. Ryan Gould stretches 4 outs, walked a couple, but struck out a couple, and nothing was attached to his resume in terms of runs. And now, as Glenn mentioned, the last big bullet that the Jays have is Wilson Moggers, a guy that they trust the most out of this Creighton staff, comes on to try and get the most important outs of the season. The outs that would put Creighton in position to be afforded one more game with the opportunity for more to follow. And Moggers, the sophomore, who was the freshman of the year last year in the Big East, comes in and makes his first relief appearance of the season. 30 innings for Wilson and a 3.90. Actually, this is not updated, so let's go to the file on Moggers, who has a 4.11 ERA this season. He'll get John LeGrande, the top of the St. John's order, and he takes ball 1-0.
Where was not updated?
Just on the individual player by player. No big deal. 35 innings for Moggers, 29 strikeouts and 16 walks. 1-0. The pitch is in the dirt. Check swing did not go, according to third base umpire Connor Hoagland, and it's 2 balls and not a strike. Moggers with a fastball, and he'll work a cutter and a slider off of that, working into left-handed hitters and away from righties. LeGrande has reached base twice, once on an error and once on a walk today. The 2-0, and LeGrande takes outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Moggers, the sophomore, in a huge spot, but the leash will be short if he can't get guys out. The 3-0 pitch is upstairs, ball 4. LeGrande walks for the second time today.
LeGrande with good speed. Expect he might be in motion here at this at-bat.
Not the guy you want on base. We've seen a couple interesting base running decisions from LeGrande over the last couple games. There's one in the Xavier game that was a little bit baffling for him, but ultimately the speed overpowers everything. LeGrande runs well. So he walks for the second time, and now it's Rafe Stanger. LeGrande, Rafe Stanger, McMillan, and Agresti are excellent hitters. First pitch is outside, and Moggers has missed with 5 straight. And Moggers is one of those guys who his heartbeat doesn't get moving too fast. He takes his time out there, but he needs to get one over. Left-handed hitting Rafe Stanger at the plate. LeGrande goes, pitches in there for a strike. Capisi couldn't handle the transfer on the throwdown, and LeGrande was going to steal the bag anyway. 1-1. John LeGrande picks up his 24th steal of the year, and he's in scored position with nobody out in the 7th.
And now would they bunt with Rafe Stanger? I doubt it, but it's possible.
Rafe Stanger has a hit today. The pitch is on the ground softly up the middle. Van Tyker will have to play it on the roll, and a nice play on the run by Nick.
Why would LeGrande have stayed at second base? And he went back to the bag on the ground ball. It's a slowly hit ground ball. There's no chance Van Tyker's going to get him at third base. But LeGrande staying at second, that questionable base running decisions that you mentioned.
I agree completely. I mean, you're taught anything to the right side of second base, it's an auto advance. You're going to get there without a throw. And LeGrande, for some reason, is still at second.
Jake, can you clip that and send it back to me? I agree completely. I'd like to have that.
Sean McMillan at the plate. First pitch is on the ground toward third. Gump is up with it. His throw to first is a little high, but Balarjian pulls it in, and there's 2 gone.
And there, he does the right thing. If it's to your left, or in this case to your right, for him, if he's facing us or over at third base, you're going to stay, hold, and then wait for the throw. But if he's at third base, there's a chance that LeGrande goes on contact. That's a tough play if you're trying to come home.
So LeGrande still at second with 2 gone, and here is Agresti. 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th. The first team All Big East catcher. First pitch is a ball.
Maybe outside? Wow.
Want to know? Agresti doesn't need much help.
No, he does not. 291 on the season, slugging over 600.
Want to know? Fastball missed outside 2-0. 3-3 is your score, bottom of the 7th. St. John's is the home team. They hit now with a runner in scoring position and 2 gone, trying to take the lead, and they're going to just put Agresti on. I think that's the right move, and roll the dice on Cowan, who has certainly hit it well over the last 2 days and got red hot yesterday, but the Jays have gotten him into a double play today. So after the 2-0 count, they just put on Agresti. And now it's Cowan. Cowan walked his last time up. And he grounded into a 6-4-3 double play, and he's flown out today, so he is 0 for 2. He's the St. John's designated hitter after a giant day yesterday. First pitch is swung on and tipped foul. 3 out of 5, a couple home runs and 7 driven in a day ago in the 17-6 win against Xavier. Cowan comes up in a big spot here against Creighton's best arm, certainly best starting arm. 0-1, he took a big rip at the first pitch. Moggers set at the belt, comes home with it. Swung on and missed. Slider, he fished out of the zone, 0-2.
And now you bury that slider again. You're up 0-2. You make him go fishing.
Cowan looks like he is in swing mode.
The last thing you want to do is keep this in the zone.
LeGrande dancing off second. The 0-2 is swung on and chopped foul.
He was swinging again.
Moggers trying to generate some swing and miss. Moggers started opening weekend and then did not appear for several weeks after that. Went 2 months being on the shelf and then came back to be Creighton's Sunday starter for the remainder of the regular season. No balls, 2 strikes to Will Cowan. Runners on first and second with 2 gone. The pitch on the ground towards short. North backhands. He falls over and the throw gets wide at second base. Balarjan has to chase it down. LeGrande scores. Agresti's being held at third. The throw goes behind him. Gump keeps it in front. And St. John's has the lead. And Ben North, who slipped on the outfield grass, has to probably just eat that ball. It's 4-3 Johnnies. And we'll take another look. Backhand, then lost the back foot and threw it too high for Ventiker, who was covering at second. And scoring on the play is LeGrande. And Agresti goes to third. Cowan remains at first. And this one's lined into center field and over the head of Ventiker. Another run scores. Cowan goes to third. It's 5-3 St. John's. Four Creighton errors. 4 Creighton errors is going to be a number that stands out if this goes this way. Aiden Fry comes through with an RBI single, and it is 5-3 Johnnies, who are now 6 outs away from a Big East championship. Here's Christian Bernardini. He fouls one to the screen. It's 0-1.
Safe to confirm that's a season high in errors. 4. Last time we had 4 errors. I will give you in a little bit.
Bernardini at the plate. He is homered today to lead off the 3rd inning. He's also struck out in his previous at-bat in the 6th. Now time being called. What's the deal here? Bernardini just taking an offensive timeout, I suppose?
Yes, that's what it appears. Last time Blue Jays had 4 errors was April 4th last season against Connecticut.
North trying to make a play at second. He's got his hands on his hips right now and just lost the back foot on a play where he dug in, got around the baseball, and his back foot slipped like a golfer after a rainy morning. And it cost Creighton dearly. 0-1 to Bernardini after the meeting. Runners on the corners. This one's up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, the Jays will need offense to make this work for them. They were going to need it anyway. In a 3-3 game now, it's a 5-3 St. John's lead. Their offense will have to bail out their defense today. Runner bluffs from first, and Bernardini comes up empty. Briefly gets away from Capisi. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Moggers with a chance to get out of this inning with a strikeout. Little spritz of rain now being felt at Prasco Park. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch lifted into right. High, pretty deep, but plenty of room for Dieters, who's got it for the final out. But a 2-out error and then a 2-out RBI single by Aiden Fry does damage. St. John's is in the catbird seat with 6 outs to get to clinch a league championship. Your score, St. John's 5, Creighton 3. To the 8th we go. You're listening to Big East Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
When life moves, you need a financial partner who helps you move with it. At Cobalt Credit Union, we offer competitive rates on auto loans, mortgages, and home equity lines of credit, so you can take the next step with confidence. Whether it's a new set of wheels, a kitchen upgrade, or finally buying the home you've had your eye on, we're here to make it easier. Open your account online today at cobaltcu.com. Cobalt Credit Union. Stay true, bank blue. Cobalt Credit Union is an equal housing lender. Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
A steady rain has now begun to fall here at Prasco Park as we head to the 8th. St. John's 5 and Creighton 3. For those of you who are watching along with this on booth cam, I have had to move my computer into a more safe location, so you're only getting me at this point. Sorry, Glenn. No TV time for you at the moment, but St. John's will go to the bullpen to call the visitor bullpen, brought to you by Brain Health Nebraska, and they'll go to second team All Big Easter, Evan Heckley, their best arm, out of the pen. The sophomore from Bernardsville, New Jersey, comes on for the Johnnies, is making his 17th appearance. He has a 3.60 ERA on the year. First pitch to Ben North is outside for ball 1. Evan Heckley, 30 innings this year. He struck out 37 and walked 9. This is the exact position that St. John's wanted to be in. This one is off the end of the bat and foul by North, who one of the things for Ben this week is I've seen him at a couple of different points be visibly frustrated, whether it's at the play at second base or on the swing and misses out of the zone. Some of that is starting to show. 1-1 to North. The pitch is hammered, fouling out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lighter rain now than it was at the start of the inning, but still a visible and feelable rain coming out of the overcast skies here at Prasco Park. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Creighton shortstop. This one's hit high into right field, down the line. Over goes Bernardini into the corner, and it lands foul.
Pretty good predictions of where the weather was going to be. We thought the weather would come in around 11, maybe 11:30, 12 o'clock, and it's supposed to be going pretty consistently. So if they put the tarp on and stop this game right now, we'd be here waiting for quite a while. I like the decision to try and get this game in. And for the Blue Jay offense, you got to get going quickly.
Yep, no way. No way you stop the game now unless it becomes overwhelming. And so grounds crew does a tremendous job. We'll have to keep an eye on the field conditions, but we're in good shape right now. The 1-2 to North again is on the ground softly towards short. Mansour is up with it, and there's one away in the Creighton eighth.
And Mansour took an extra crow hop than what he would usually. He had time and going to make sure he gets a good throw off.
Well, if that was it for Ben North and a Creighton uniform, our hats off to him. The best and most productive players in a long time, and certainly up there with some of the best as Isaac Waxman steps to the plate.
I think he's easily been the best shortstop since Nicky Lopez, which during my 14 years, Nicky is number 1. I think Ben North is number 2.
First pitch is outside for a ball to Isaac Waxman. 0 for 3 today. It's been a quiet tournament for Waxman, who has 3 hits, each of which are singles, 3 out of 16. First, a 1-0 is in for a strike from Heckley.
That's another stolen strike by Agresti right there. Connor, I like it better when it's just on you. That's where this focus should be.
The 1-1 is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Evan Heckley, sophomore, has had a tremendous season this year. Pitched in just 11 games in 2025. The 2-1 is a breaker that misses away. 3 balls and a strike.
Blue Jays need base runners, so Isaac working a count deep.
This game can change in a hurry at this ballpark. 3-1. Swung on and missed.
And he was swinging to make it 5-4 very quickly.
Came up empty on a back-me-up slider, and now it is 3-2 to Waxman. Got to get a guy on here in this inning. The 3-2 is lined into right field, down for a base hit. Isaac Waxman barrels one up, and sliding over the top of it is Bernardini, and Waxman will stay put at first. It is slick out there now, and that is another added element to the late-stage tenseness of this game. A 1-out single for Waxman, and he's aboard for Capisi.
Now you got Capisi and Dieters. Capisi has the ability to get into a ball. We're going to see maybe a question about player safety is my concern. Nope, they're just going to get some adjusting of the equipment for Agresti.
Grass is cut very short here at Prasco Park, and so
they mow right after the game.
Absolutely, and they're out there all the time. So with that will come some slick conditions if the grass is wet, and we saw it a little bit there for Bernardini. Still just a steady mist to rain coming down at Prasco Park right now. Nothing threatening us at the moment. Here is Capisi. Fouled one back from Heckley, 0-1.
The weather right now is such that you wouldn't start a game necessarily in this, but you're not going to stop a game.
No doubt. Especially not in this spot, the Big East Championship game in the 8th. 0-1 to Capisi. Heckley set. He kicks and delivers. Breaking ball that Capisi whiffed at. 0-2. Heckley, a nice tight slider. Waxman on first with a single. Dieters would be next. 0-2 here to Capisi. This one is popped up right side. Bernardini coming in, and he looks up into the rain and makes the catch for the second out. Capisi a little bit out on his front foot on that slider that was off the edge from Heckley. And there's two gone. Jay's down to 4 outs here at Prasco Park. 5-3, Johnny's looking for a sweep of the regular season and the postseason crowns. And they have set up everything in order to be in this game. First pitch to Dieters is chopped foul up the third baseline. Their pitching is in a good position. All things considered, they have managed their way through their struggles this year on Sundays to win all 7 series in the league. And even though they've taken their lumps on Sundays, but they are leaned heavily on their front 2 starters, Liam O'Leary and Evan Chafee. And then this bullpen arm right here, Evan Heckley. 0-1. Waxman on first base. Dieters at the plate. The pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Jay's trying to clinch a winner-take-all title game, but they are going to need some magic. Oh, 0-2 to Dieters. Swung on and missed. And Heckley turns the Jays away after giving up the 1-out single. To the bottom of the 8th we go. St. John's looking for insurance. They have a 5-3 lead. You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say, Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Well, as we head on to the bottom of the 8th, you're reminded that it is a game of inches. And a 3-3 game in the bottom of the 7th, and a chop ball to Ben North at shortstop, and a chance to get out of the inning. North, his back throwing foot, his back plant foot comes out from underneath him, and he airmails a throw to second base. And then a soft liner single that just barely got over the glove of Nick Ventiker drove in the run to make it 5-3. So the Johnnies looking for insurance as we head on to the bottom of the 8th, and it's Rob Mansour against Wilson Moggers. 1-0 as Moggers misses inside. Mansour is 1 out of 2 today as a walk and a single. Breaking ball in for his strike, 1-1. A good spritz coming down. Mansour is wearing protective glasses at the plate, and he's trying to find a way to keep those dry. I don't know what he's waiting for. There he puts them back on. Mansour, the St. John's shortstop. A ball and a strike. The pitch. Moggers delivers a strike, 1-2. For the Jays, in their ninth, it'll be Fucino, Ventiker, and Belargin. And if anybody gets on, it's Gump. One and two to Mansour. Breaking ball missed away, 2-2. The Jays have gone to their top arms today. Jack Pino started the game and gave Creighton 4 solid innings. Unga came in after that. Now Moggers, the other top arm, came in the 7th. The 2-2 is chopped foul underneath the mask of Connor Capisi and stuck there. Good smile from Wilson and Capisi. Moggers has walked a couple. Hasn't struck out anybody. And looking to get his Jays back in the dugout for the ninth. The 2-2 again is up the middle on the ground. 2-hop to Ventiker. Long throw off balance. And he makes the play. Ventiker has become an expert at those plays. And a 4-3 ground out for out number one. Funny things can happen. As we mentioned, the Jays have familiarized themselves this week with the 2004 Boston Red Sox, who came down from a 3-0 hole to beat the Yankees in the 2004 ALCS. As this one is popped up weakly on the infield. Belargin behind the bag at first, and there's two gone. As Rodriguez is down weakly. In that series, yes, it was some heroics in Game 4 against Mariano Rivera. And before that game, the phrase was, don't let us win tonight. Let them win. The Jays stayed alive against UConn as Moggers delivers a strike to John LeGrande, 0-1. And then they won again, and here they are, needing a late comeback to have an opportunity for one more. The 0-1 is fouled away. It's 0-2. Would feel nice for Moggers if he can get the Jays back in the dugout with a 1-2-3 inning. St. John's has a terrific offense. LeGrande is one of the catalysts of it at the top of this order. He's choked up on the bat, holds it high and twirls it over his head, and here's the 0-2. Missed up and away. LeGrande is active in the batter's box. He crowds the plate, and he has had some success. 6 homers on the year. And now he's stolen 24 bags when he's on base. The 1-2. Breaking ball, just missed. Tried to go for the backdoor slider there, and it's 2-2. Grande is a tough guy to get. He has struck out 33 times this year. The 2-2 pitch on the ground toward first. Belargin plays it on the big hop back, and he takes it himself for out number 3. So 2 is the number for the Jays. To the 9th we go. It's do or die time. St. John's 5, Creighton 3. You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Lawler's Custom Sportswear is the official sportswear provider of Creighton Athletics. Lawler's Superstore at 84th and J has Omaha's largest selection of Creighton fan gear featuring Nike, Champion, Columbia, and Under Armour. At Lawler's, you'll find something for every Creighton fan, including over 30 different styles of ladies' apparel. You can also shop online at lawlerscustom.com. Lawler's is the #1 licensed royalty generator for Creighton Athletics, so all you purchase at Lawler's supports the Creighton Blue Jays.
You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
Blue Jay Baseball's Big East Tournament Run is presented by the Kimpton Cottonwood Hotel. Elevated stays, unforgettable Omaha, Kimpton Cottonwood. As we are back for the night there at Prasco Park. Connor Happer with you. St. John's is 3 outs away from clinching a sweep of the Big East in 2026. The regular season crown belongs to them. They came into this tournament as the 1 seed. They started off the tournament 2-0 with wins over Creighton and Xavier, and now look to finish off the Jays. 2 runs is the lead for the Johnnies. It'll be Evan Heckley against Cooper Fucino, Nick Ventiker, and Chris Belarjan. 3 righties coming up in the order. And Creighton dying for some magic. The first pitch to Fucino is a breaking ball that missed upstairs. It is 1-0. Fucino has been on base twice today, but does not have a hit. Fastball in for a strike. He grounded out to short, reached on an error, and grounded into a fielder's choice, 5-4. The ball and a strike to Fucino. Heckley winds and delivers. Breaking ball missed upstairs. Jays would love to get a leadoff runner on and then run for Fucino. That would likely be Joe Washburn. But first things first, you got to get there. The 2-1 pitch is in for a strike. Steady diet of breakers on the outside. That has been the game plan for St. John's pitching against the Creighton Blue Jays over these 2 games here at Prasco Park. St. John's now into a 2-2 count. Upstairs, ball 3. Fucino flinched but did not go around. Was appealed to first. New first base umpire Tyler Whitty says no way. And the count is full in a ginormous spot. If you're Heckley, you're definitely going to that slider off the outside edge. And if you're Fucino, you got to be ready to cover it. The 3-2. On the ground to third. Playing it back is Rafe Stenger. Long throw to first is dug out by Sean McMillan, who had struggled with the low ball all day today. Sean McMillan digs it out backhanded. And a tremendous play over at first. And Fucino is down for out number 1. That is a tough play. And here's Nick Ventiker. Jays need 2 with an out. 2 outs remaining. First pitch is in for a strike to Nick Ventiker. The Johnnies looking to clinch a spot in the NCAA tournament. They've won the Big East Tournament Championship 10 times. The 0-1 is hit high into left field, medium deep. That is going to be easy for Rodriguez. And there's 2 away. St. John's was in the NCAA tournament in 2024 and 2018 as well. 3 Big East tournament championships since realignment under Mike Hampton. And here's Chris Belarjan, who takes a strike from Evan Heckley. It is 0-1. Jays down to their final out here at Prasco. Rocco Gump is on deck. Belarjan can extend this one more batter. There is daylight. The second pitch is on the ground to third. Picked up by Rafe Stenger on to first. And that'll do it. St. John's sweeps the Big East and wins the Big East tournament. Final score, 5-3, as they're mobbing out at second base right now. And St. John's is the 1 seed. And the conference regular season champions moves on and sweeps through the Big East tournament with 2 wins over Creighton and a win over Xavier. Johnnies are going back to the NCAA tournament. And they beat the Blue Jays today by a final score of 5-3. We'll be back with our post-game thoughts as the coaches shake hands, and we send you off on a terrific year that ends in the Big East final. St. John's is the Big East champions in the regular season and in the postseason, and we'll be back to recap today, this week, and the year when we return. You're listening to Creighton Baseball on 1620 The Zone.
At Cobalt Credit Union, we believe strong communities make all the difference. For more than 75 years,